Okay, everybody.
Potato bacon.
Potato bacon.
Potatoes.
How's our audio over there, Julia?
Peachy potato.
It's like 10 seconds.
Oh, jeez. Why is the lag so bad this time?
I don't know.
I don't know. Gotta love startup. Yeah, but you're gonna be behind, so you're gonna hear all the. Yeah, you're gonna hear all the audio beforehand.
Anyways.
How is the audio? Hang on a second.
Anyways.
How's the audio compared to? How is the audio compared to the music audio?
What music?
Oh shit, that's what I'm looking for.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Gotta love it.
Buys me time.
How's that compared to everything? Once it gets caught up.
You gotta give her a moment.
I know.
Moment. We're taking about 2-minute technical stuff.
Yeah, this time.
Turn the music down just like here.
Have you caught completely up?
Can you ever, if it's on the way?
There.
Is that yours?
Nope.
Your tent?
Oh, it's just a random one that Evie was playing with.
Cool.
It's one I stepped on.
It's better than a T4. Those freaking hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They do.
Can hurt. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. I have a 2-second delay.
We're good. Okay.
Good.
Take it away!
Oh, masterful DM!
Now we will start. Hello and welcome back to Space. Still haven't thought of a good name.
We're in space.
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 5th edition podcast set in space.
Space.
My favorite campaign, name pending.
I mean, right now,
Untitled.
our untitled title
.exe.
is like Campaign to the Stars.
Which I like. I think that's nice.
Okay.
Rip off Marvel Starjammers.
To those who have played D&D before, we're using some optional rules and some home rules to keep things fun. Those who have never played before, well, fucking just listen.
Damn,
We're gonna go around the table again.
Oh yeah.
We'll start over here. Name and character.
It's me. It's Kirby. And I'm playing Clyde Horncarver, a Barbarian Golaith.
Hello, I'm Chetasia, and I'm playing Dani, or Danica is her full name, and I am a Fire Genasi Druid.
I'm Korben. I'm playing Oisin, the human ranger artificer.
And I'm Michael McDowell. And I am playing Zanner Fargrimm, a deep gnome mystic.
And I again am MacKenzie the untrustworthy DM.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm trash.
Thought you said your guy's last name was Fargrimm.
So quick recap. After joining the Remora
Close to
and
that.
diffusing a small threat, the crew made a quick trip to Dregbag to deliver the head of one crime boss's son to another crime boss. Just a quick little stop.
I assumed it was bread.
Yeah. On the way, 2 strange creatures hitched a ride on the Remora, and you all went out to fight it.
Oh, I
Some
thought you were
used
talking
didn't
about the seagull.
do the greatest. And yeah, you discovered that the seagull, despite being a seagull, found its way to follow Zanner. And now you are making your way on the 3-week journey to Avis for your first paid job.
Hopefully that'll aid us.
Hopefully. So, with this small journey, what are the 4 of you doing?
Have I finished tinkering, or am I near finished improving Amy's pistol?
I need you to roll a 20 and add your intelligence or dexterity, your choice.
And this is with my tinker's tools, right?
Yeah.
So I add my proficiency as well. 22.
22. You've improved the sights a bit, closed the scope. As it shoots more of a light-based round, it's not like it shoots lasers.
Yeah.
You don't have rifling inside the barrel, but you do get it a little more accurate.
I clean like the lens or something.
Yeah, sort of. You know, you take it apart, and there's a couple parts that are a little worn out, so you replace them, tighten a couple screws. You improve it, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. Now, I was wondering, could I start just copying this as a blueprint?
As one of your Artificer blueprints? Or one of your personal blueprints? Yes, you could.
Yeah. Just as a spare one that I can just.
I would allow it. Just so you know, there is nothing special really about these besides just their look.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this is a one of a kind pistol or anything like that.
I just want a blueprint to make pistols.
Yep. It is complicated, and with the tinkering check you got, I'll give it to you because I mean,
Okay.
you took it apart once. It's not hard to go over everything.
Pencil?
Yeah.
But anyone else?
I was just gonna say, I was gonna go to the captain and then just ask kind of some basic questions about the planet we're going to. His name is Desmond, right?
Yes.
And just kind of be like, so, just curious. The last planet we were on was rather odorous. Will the next one be the same?
No, my dear. Each planet varies from species to species. How it's maintained, the culture on that planet, and various other things. The planet we are currently heading to is in the Avis region. It's Calotilli. Nice little planet, mostly ruled by bird folk. So,
How would you spell Calotilli?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Kalou. K-I-L-I. Or sorry, T-I-L-I.
Okay, K-A-L-O-U.
T-I-L-I.
T-I-L-I.
There you go.
Calotilli. Okay. And
Avis,
the
A-V-I-S.
Calotilli. Sorry, that's the planet we're going to?
Yes, it is the capital planet of that star system.
Oh, that's very exciting. And we're just dropping off a package like the last one?
Sort of. You lot are going to have the wonderful job of finding the next job. We are going to drop off what we have, and then you four get to set out, find a job for us to do, and we will decide which job we're going to take.
How the hell do you expect us to do that?
With your words, dear friend. Go communicate, converse.
I am still new to words.
What if we're not
Drop your
good at
pants.
words?
I don't know.
I have been told nudity is not.
Yet,
It is frowned upon.
I was trying to make a joke, I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? You didn't hurt me.
No, but the joke didn't come across nicely.
Oh, I am also new to humor.
I think she's new to a lot of things.
You are not wrong.
I feel like half my ship only understands like half of what's going on.
You are not wrong again.
I get that we're in space, and I'm not where I used to be. That's all I need.
I am much smaller.
Yeah, we're, going to some sort of space bird cage?
In a sense, it is. Only to protect itself from the strong winds in the area. You'll see, it's quite nice, quite the spectacular planet.
Okay, well, what if we're not so good with words?
I'm good with my fists. I don't think that's gonna get us any jobs, though.
Well, hopefully the lot of you will find something.
I only know scare tactics.
I know how to hit things.
Want to find a job?
Don't worry. If you don't find anything, Amy's always good at finding some job.
Also, where is she?
Oh, Amy did find us.
I need a hand her pistol.
So Amy usually hangs out, as you guys have been aboard the ship for almost a month now. She usually hangs out in the cargo bay. Just by observing her without communicating or asking her, she doesn't really like the smaller areas of the ship, as Amy is a bigger robotic individual.
Can Zanner telepathically communicate with her?
Amy, yeah.
She's
technically a living creature.
yeah. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Anyway, Zanner is probably, definitely, looking at the new cannon parts we got, trying to figure out how to integrate them with the cannons that we have on board.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
With
I'll help you.
with advantage?
I'll give
I think
you
I have it
advantage,
naturally, don't I? On intelligence.
I'll give it to you. I mean, you're not really doing anything,
No,
so
just looking.
yeah.
Well, that one's 19.
Mhm.
And 17. So I'll go with the 19, obviously.
Yeah.
And
I don't think you can ever have advantage and choose the lower
23.
one. Or force the
23?
higher.
Yeah.
So looking it over, you can't integrate the parts you found with your current cannons,
Okay.
as what you guys scavenged are like for an arcane cannon, whereas the cannons that are currently equipped are more
Ballistic.
of a particle or ballistic
Yeah.
measure. It'd be like trying to put a Toyota
Yeah.
engine inside a Ford pickup truck.
So we need to
It's not
upgrade
gonna
our
work.
cannons.
Yeah,
Okay.
Could work.
it could
Maybe.
work,
Maybe.
Janky.
you know, it's not going to look pretty, and it might not function properly.
Fair.
Might end up
Yeah.
blowing up the barrel instead of.
Or
It
like,
might not
killing
fire at
us.
all 4 cylinders.
yeah. So it doesn't. None of it meshes up nicely.
Okay.
But the parts you do have are
Good.
good parts. They're of a reasonable quality. They're definitely used. Some of them are a little dirty from sitting in a junkyard on a goblin planet.
Okay.
But
Well, that's a good point.
they'll function.
Zanner goes around prestidigitating the cannons, making sure they're nice and clean and in good working order.
Okay. For the most part, they are clean. And from the interior, you would surmise they are probably in working order. From the exterior, you'd have to leave the ship.
To find out.
Yeah. Just looking at them. If you were to take them apart, it'd be a bigger issue, and I'd have you roll a check. But just walking around prestidigitating, everything seems okay.
Okay. Level 9. Just as a side question, at level 9, the focus allows me to not eat, breathe, or sleep. Does that allow me to be in space without a suit?
The suit's also for pressure.
Yeah. Well, so I don't freeze solid.
I would say you'd still need a suit, but you wouldn't need a breather
I
on the
wouldn't
suit.
need to breathe, right? I would need the oxygen tank,
Yeah.
so I could stay out longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's also level 9. So
That's quite a ways away, but I just. Okay.
you gotta do
Back to in game.
Yeah.
Clyde needs a bit.
Apparently.
What,
Jesus.
Fourth wall is no longer open.
What were you saying?
What's the seagull doing?
So, the
Keep
seagull...
forgetting about that member.
Asking the real questions.
You know what? Roll investigation.
Oh, great.
And it's a seagull on a
You
ship.
asked.
It's not hard to find, but just
Just
how
follow
long
the trail
can
of
you keep your attention on a seagull?
10.
follow the trail of bird shit.
10. You watch it for about 5 minutes before you get bored of watching it, which is saying something on a ship, because it gets really boring on a ship. The seagull mostly just flutters from room to room and then walks around and takes a nap. Occasionally any floor scraps.
Why do we keep thinking of the chicken from?
Hey, that's what I totally
Hey,
thought he was
oh.
like.
Yeah. Very much. Very much. Yeah.
I want to become its friend.
You're gonna...
Come here, little. Have we given this thing a name yet?
Yes, his name
Slappy.
is Slappy the Seagull.
Slappy, come here.
Yes.
Come here. And I have like breadcrumbs or something in my hands. Some of them.
Takes a big dump.
Hey, that's not so bad.
No hops on his
That's an
hand.
18.
18. So, Slappy does come up to you and takes the bread, but then just walks away. Doesn't seem overly invested in you, but
Before, as it's turning away, I just like gently pat its like tail, or it's not tail, it's feathers, it's wing feathers.
he doesn't run away. Just continues slapping away.
And it's a work in progress, but we're gonna be friends, you know it. And yes, I'm talking directly to the bird.
I've tried that telepathically. Believe me, doesn't understand. Understands her though.
It gets me.
If I were to cast a spell, yes. Needs a little bit of the arcane to influence.
I have too much hate for seagulls.
He's not a very bright creature.
No.
No, they're not. They steal garbage and they steal
Crap all over everything.
they steal all your food and they just crap everywhere.
After speaking to him, I can see him eating garbage.
Well, I mean, nobody feeds them anyways because of that stereotype. They're God's creatures, no matter how.
Oh yeah, we have food set out for him, obviously.
Oh yeah. So on the ship,
He's
since
not
you
ever
brought up
smart
food-
enough to eat
Yeah,
it. but
rice and
it's
Alka-Seltzer.
Since you brought up food on the ship, there is
Mentos.
like a fridge, dry foods. There's also a food processor that, like a food printer that isn't working. You know, it's got just a nice out of order sign taped onto it.
I feel like that's what we should be working on.
Yeah, let's take a look at that together.
Just the two engineers just carry it. Oh,
Take a peek at the.
we're gonna fix this.
Okay, roll tinkering.
All right. Do you want to help me so I have advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a good roll.
That's
So
a
that's
good
Yeah,
one.
23.
23. You begin taking it apart. It is bolted to the counter because, you know, zero
Damn.
gravity lets go. You don't want everything floating away, so most things are bolted down. And those that aren't are pretty light items. It's bolted down. So as you slowly begin taking it apart, unbolted from the counter, you realize the printer itself is fine, but the cord that's supposed to provide power to it and provide filament to it are missing.
So that's easier than we thought.
Yeah.
Because
Should be able to cobble together some of the wire we brought with us from the cannon. Should
yeah,
come in
let's
handy here.
yeah, let's use military grade wiring
Well,
on the food print.
are you sure we don't have?
Get an extra thick 3D printed burger.
Oh, it just won't burn out.
Damn
Tastes like filament.
artificial vitamins.
Is Clyde still suffering from
No.
indigestion?
Space worms.
By the
Space
way,
worms.
Because he
It did
carried
hurt,
because he
but-
carried it around long enough, would I be able to identify what the hell that thing was?
I'll let you try now. That's something you should have asked.
Yeah,
at the time,
sorry,
but I
I
will
just
let you try.
thought of it because of
Survival.
survival.
Or
Oh.
nature. Your choice.
Doesn't matter, they're the same.
Ooh, that's not good.
12.
12. No, you
Wait.
know what they are.
I get advantage on my survival because it's a favorite enemy.
Okay, roll it again then.
Whoop. It's 18.
18.
Thank God
Um,
for Ranger.
So these are a subclass of cloaker.
Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah.
But,
They mostly just float around space on small chunks of rock.
and
until a
don't
ship
look like
comes up.
cloaks, they look like blobs.
Yes. They are not harmful to a ship itself, so most people just let them be until re-entry, and they burn up. But some people who don't, or some ships that don't enter back into a planet's atmosphere, usually take them out because where there's one or two, there can very quickly become 40 to 50 of them.
Are they like rabbits? They just breed really fast?
No, they're more operate on a pack mentality.
Ah, so they just summon help.
Yeah. If there's
So it's a
food,
good
they
thing I
all
killed
gather
that
up
one.
until they've eaten the food, and then they leave.
And what's the food to them?
Use.
Now, would they be able to tear open the ship?
No.
No, they just
They
hang
just
on. It's like
sit on the
maybe.
outside. hoping
Maybe.
for like a trap spider would.
Okay.
They just wait for their prey to come.
I can feel a cramp in my
One
foot
day
coming.
my prey will come.
Yes, they sing. They didn't before, but they do now.
If they don't, when we encounter them
and in-
again, disappointment.
In deep speech too, so I would be able to sing the lyrics too. Although my performance is shit.
But if nobody else has anything they want to do
I just spend a
Over
lot
the
of
next couple
time
days?
with Bonbon.
with Bonbon,
Yeah.
So, are we able to fix the food system with the wiring?
the wiring and the tubes, aboard the ship there is nothing for that right now.
Okay.
But you can probably pick some up the next time you're on a
Okay.
populated port.
Okay, so,
So we do have
when
to.
we're on
What is our food stores right now?
Kalutili.
Kalutili there.
Yeah.
Are we good with our food
Oh,
stores
yes, you
for
guys
quite a
have
while?
plenty.
Okay.
Amy always takes care of that. There is no problem on that front.
Will it meal again?
Could I say, working with Bonbon, could I encourage, like, sprouts to come off and then, like, slowly grow them into little wooden something or another?
Bonsai can grow fruit, right?
I don't know if Bonbon's a fruit growing
Roll a
bonsai.
nature check.
Those are cool dice.
Oh, I know, right?
Right now, my
So that
notes look
is
like
a
a
17.
17?
17.
17. You're able to get a little like node formed on the side of it. It looks very much like a growth on the side of the plant, but it's not anything useful.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. If that's all. Moving on, experience a lot of gravity failures in the ship. Just waking up in the middle of the night, lifting off your beds and slamming back down.
That's
Welding
unfortunate.
something is.
Yeah.
Is there a 20?
It's not overly concerning until eventually you all are just floating one day. For more than like 10 seconds, you're just floating. And there's no sign that it's actually going to stop.
Uh-oh.
Desmond, you need to fix this!
As you call out, there's no response.
Oh, no.
Couple of yous going around. The ship still has power, but certain things just aren't working.
I try and find Desmond.
We would be in the
Yeah,
engine room. Is
roll-
everything A-okay in there?
Roll investigation and roll investigation as well.
I would just like to point
Both
out
of us,
that
or
Both
Just-
yous are one with advantage.
what's your investigation?
Sorry,
It's a plus 3.
12.
Yours is higher.
you got 12.
Yeah.
Plus 6.
You're unable
Okay.
to find
So
him.
You help me.
I'll
But you
give
do
you
notice that
Okay.
some of the doors in the ship seem to have sealed, and you can't get
Oof.
them open. And you press the little button on the side
16.
that's supposed to open them.
It's the best one.
I would like to point out to the group.
22 is still pretty good.
16.
16. There's nothing wrong with the engines, but from the little readings on the displays around, power's not going out to certain vital systems. Power's still going to guns, power's still going to the command room, you're still flying. But things like gravity, air processing isn't operating at full power.
Is there a diagnostic system in the engine room?
Yeah.
Okay, let's run that.
Also, while we're doing that, while you're running diagnostics, I want to transfer powers from the guns to full oxygen.
Looking at it, it's not that the engine isn't producing enough power.
Mhm.
It's still producing full power.
Yeah.
It's
just not getting-
going to that
shit.
system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something's going on.
Yeah, you run diagnostic,
Yeah.
and
Something's going on in the conduits.
Yeah.
But I would like to point out to the group, this was the middle of the night that this happened, or is this just during the day?
We just woke up.
You're in the middle of space. It's the middle of.
But we
summertime.
were like in the middle of like our sleep schedule, right?
Most of you.
Okay, so I would just like to point out to everybody, Clyde sleeps naked. So with all this going on, you just got a naked Goliath with his fucking horn
It's okay. I sleep in my.
swim floating around trying to figure things out.
I sleep in my armor.
Now, when you say horn,
I'm.
Both horns, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, he's just kind of
I knew he was compensating.
half-ass like floating around, still yelling out
What do you
for
mean
Desmond.
half-ass? You're full ass.
I'm bare ass. I don't know what you're talking about.
So as ships of this caliber are designed for when things like this happen, there are little grips for you to pull yourself around.
Oh, that's neat.
And kind of give yourself a push. And,
Yeah.
I'd probably, like, I guess head towards the, like, where
So
the captain.
we're basically just
Bridge, thank
grabbing
you.
anything we can
that
to
is
move.
one of the doors.
So
you
we're still
find
floating?
That is
That
not.
won't open.
So, hello, Desmond, Veery. Is that the other one, I believe?
Yeah.
We are floating.
Yeah.
You hear a slight muffle. You probably can't hear them because the doors here are a good 4 or 5 inches thick, but you can hear muffled conversation on the other side.
Okay.
Just had a thought.
There's the vents.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I
Go,
could-
go the Veery way.
I could try and travel through the vents. Or is the group all...
Actually, he would be better. He's
They're-
smaller and not on fire.
I can change shape to be smaller.
Yeah. But there's
I can break down the door.
We don't want that. We want to avoid
Why
damage.
doesn't anybody let me smash shit?
Maybe wait till we land at the planet.
Who knows?
I floated all the way here
well,
for
if
nothing.
this-
Well, maybe you can
Yeah.
float all the way back for
If
pants.
this is happening with all the other systems, navigation may be off too. We may be heading on a vector away from the planet.
Well, that is
Although-
true.
Didn't it say that the bridge was at
I
fully
turn
operational
into
power?
like a little.
I don't know.
The-
Everything's
so we should be on
diagnostics
course.
showed that.
The only things not working seem to be some of the doors, gravity, and air processing.
I wild shape
Okay.
into a trash
Well,
panda.
since I've diagnostics, I've gone to look.
Okay.
I've
Oh,
left
raccoon.
the diagnostics panel and gone to look for them.
So
Wait, Cliff. How
So-
do the doors open? Just
And I
like,
just, like-
up, or is there a
they
crease in the middle?
separate
I make my way
from the center.
skitter air crawl to the vent.
Well, while she's doing that, Ugh.
So roll strength check. I need you to roll. I don't want to ask for another investigation.
Good, because mine's poopy.
Mod 20.
You know what? Just an intelligence roll. You got a mod 20.
Oh,
How was that?
so did I.
Oh,
You got a mod 20?
No, sorry, natural 20. I got a natural 20.
so you get to the vent fine. You're able to
It was him taking a
roll
drink.
in. Okay.
That's
Yeah, I heard that. What was that?
So you're able to get into the vent. They are a reasonable size. They're about 1.5 feet in each dimension.
I probably could have been a bigger creature.
Yeah.
Probably.
Clyde, you're able to get the door open about 2 inches.
Enough to see through?
Yeah.
Can I, like...
You'd be able to hear her, I guess.
Hello?
So as you get it open, you can see Desmond on the other side. He's like a good foot away from the door. She's like, "Hi, we're stuck.
What the fuck's going on?
I don't know, but maybe
ISIS.
maybe the human and the gnome could go around and check wires.
He
It'd be
said to
helpful."
go check wires.
Okay, I go this way, you go that way.
all right. We'll check the. Well,
Don't
the
go-
diagnostics should tell us where the conduits with the faulty systems are.
You two have
kinda,
spent enough time looking at electrical
that
stuff.
we know where they are. Okay.
There are a couple panels you can open up to get in without having to crawl through access ports.
All right. I'll go towards. You said the oxygen system was
Yeah.
wonky and the doors were running.
Yes.
And what else?
Gravity.
Gravity was. Oh, obviously because we're floating.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
like waving my tail like
we
a
need
little
oxygen
rudder to try
first,
and,
so
like,
I'll head towards the
get it
oxygen
going.
conduits.
And I'll get the doors.
The oxygen system.
I also say, by the way, you're gonna have a little friend. It's just Danica. She somehow changed into a little creature. She's in the vents. Don't kill her, very. Please don't.
It varies.
She's a friend.
But also,
He just goes,
a raccoon on fire.
okay, well, Veery's not in here.
I thought she was the one driving the ship.
No, I came in here. She wanted a nap. She's somewhere in the vents.
Your high pitched squeal.
Which,
Where's the
Give-
vent at?
about 3-4 feet to your left. Given your roll, it's it's not that hard for you to navigate your way through either. You do see a lot of like scuff marks on the interior here, probably stuff that Viri has on her that has scraped the metal. And you're able to get to the captain's quarters, or to the flight deck. And,
Spinning my tail to try and
yeah.
get me.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have to run over to the vent.
She doesn't know you're in there. Be careful.
Still on fire, I assume.
Yeah, just like little like
Yeah.
like little flames just coming off. Not enough to really do any damage, but it's just like little.
Little
As
embers.
you
Yeah.
get out the other side, there's the captain talking towards the door.
Just swim, raccoon swimming through the air.
Played Mario
Looks over,
64
pats you
Dire
on the
Dog.
head slightly.
I like, grab onto his arm and like crawl up to his shoulder.
You two, roll just straight intelligence for me.
I'm gonna continue to try and open the door so I'm in there with them.
14.
19.
19.
Opening up, you want oxygen, right?
Is it a saving throw or just?
Just straight.
Oh, with no
Might
mod.
be easier
Okay,
now, but
with
so
your
actually
mod.
that's-
With your mod.
With my
your
mod.
intelligence.
Yeah.
not
Plus 4.
proficiency.
Okay, all right, 14.
Okay, so you're going after oxygen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
you
doors.
get the panels open, and you can't find anything wrong, but there's no power going to this
No.
section of the
I'm just-
paneling for oxygen.
My mom
You
is 2D6,
looking
so I can just
for
go
the
like
doors
this.
uh,
Or like this. You know.
panel, you're able to find it, and you can notice that some of the wires look a little decayed, very worn out.
Uh-huh. Would I have at least some of the arcane cannon wires?
On you, maybe not.
Okay. I go fetch those and replace.
Okay. I'll give it to you. You get them replaced, and you can hear power sort of like shifting. You can. The
It
ship
starts
is
to
a
hum.
loud thing.
Mhm.
You can hear it hum through the cables in front of you, and you would notice what you get for your strength.
I got a 19.
19. So almost like butter, you just like slam the door open, but the systems are back online.
Of
So-
course.
So Clyde just thinks I did it.
Yeah, no.
No.
I slam it open, and I'm like widespread because I'm like using the brunt of the Goliath strength that I
Totally
have.
butt naked.
Oh,
Yeah.
butt ass naked. I just
Holy fuck! I did it!
It's like the scene in Infinity
Just like
War
little
where Thor
raccoon like
opening the star and it's like, but dick out.
Yeah.
like holding up like a
Like half mast
10.
too.
It's a lot of
Desmond's just like,
adrenaline.
Good day, big man. Okay, so we have two problems that I need you to take care of.
Good day, big man. And Clyde.
Number one, can you go make sure Amy's all right?
Where is she?
I don't know.
How the fuck am I supposed to? Okay, I'll find her.
Number two,
Wait, is
I'm
gravity
not putting
back?
pants on.
Is
I
gravity
wasn't gonna ask
back?
that. No, just doors are open.
Okay, so I like raccoon swim over and land on his head.
my
Number
bald head.
Number two, can you please tell the guys to not open up any panels that are welded shut?
If I can find them, maybe.
Good, thank you. I mean, something I've
Isn't
needed
there a
to bring
PA
up all
system
the
on the
time.
bridge?
It's not on.
Damn it. Okay, I didn't see where they went, so let's go find Amy
Knock,
first.
knock. Point towards where the usual place she is.
So,
Like I knock on his head, I just go knock, knock, and point.
the fuck do you want?
You two floating around. Doors are back up. Are you still trying to get oxygen? Again?
Yeah, well, I'm wondering if replacing it's gonna last very long. Whatever knocked him out. I guess I'm gonna try detect magic and see if I can see what the reason is for all these systems to have just gone bad all at once in different areas of the ship.
Okay. So you cast it off. You do. It's strange. You can sense magical presence under your feet, but it feels farther away. Like the detect magic spell does get dampened and becomes inert after so many feet through certain materials. Whatever it is kind of strong and just sitting there in unchecked part of the ship.
I'd like to take a look at the internal sensors
Okay.
and see both the hull and whatever visual representations we have within the ship.
Okay. That would be on the command deck.
Okay, can I get to that with the doors and they're certain? Oh,
Yeah,
the doors are working
they're
now.
operational.
Yeah.
You can get there.
I'll head there and see if I can't find out what's going on.
After you got the doors operated, what are you focusing on?
I'm.
For now, you could.
I don't know.
I'd pass by
gonna,
and tell
I
them
was
that
gonna go. Oh,
replace the wires where I was because we gotta have air. Even if it doesn't last forever, we gotta have air.
yeah. All right. And I go over to oxygen and replace any damaged-looking wires.
Okay. It's gonna take you a bit of time.
Yeah.
None of the wires in this area look badly damaged, but they do look like the casings are corroded a bit.
I thought he was gonna say, I'm gonna go after that welded panel right there. No!
I wouldn't know in game. It's one of my character we do, Cliff.
As you are going to the bridge, you do cross paths with Clyde,
Okay.
Starkers.
Yes.
With a flaming raccoon on his head.
It's got a fucking coonskin
excuse
cat.
for a toupee there.
I know. What's a toupee?
Hello, Danny.
Touche.
Beak, beak, beak.
But Captain says, don't open any welded panels. Keep them shut.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right.
Just if you come across them,
Is he within my line of sight?
Line of sight, no, but he would be within earshot of you.
Okay, so you yell that out to him because I can't telepathically communicate.
are you back there, O'Shine? O'Sheen? I'll get there.
Ocean, and
Ocean.
yes.
Don't open any welded panels.
All right.
Captain's orders. I don't know why. Just don't do it.
I'm just working on wires right now.
You didn't open any panels yet, have you?
No,
Good, don't do it.
non-welded ones.
Good, don't do it.
Okay.
Captain said not to.
Okay.
Where's Amy?
First,
Oh, she gave me an order for you.
What?
Put on pants.
No!
Right. Continue to wherever she pointed to, which I would assume is the cargo bay.
Yeah, that's where I was pointing to.
Okay.
In my assumption that Amy would likely be there.
You two slowly scrambling your way. It's kind of difficult in the hallway because it's very much like there's a handle here and you got to use that to pull yourself to the handle over here to throw yourself to that.
Yeah, I'm
one.
just like raccoon hunting his head. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I'm doing all the work, as usual.
Giving your
So I'm
size.
doing a little tailspin to help.
Given your size, it's not a physical feat for you to do.
True.
For most of you, it is quite easy. If you were any smaller, yeah, you'd have to be doing some athletics here. But it's not that hard for you. No, he's okay.
Okay.
I mean, like, if any of you were sub 3 feet,
Oh.
it would be something of some difficulty. But you two get to that area. Doors are wide open. Going into the loading dock, everything is secured down, like Amy had you help her with a couple days ago. You know, everything's all right, and you can see Amy just sort of floating in the middle of.
She awake?
She is, but she's just like floating there with her arms crossed.
Captain wants you. You need help?
Yes, a lot. She's about 20 feet off the ground, 20
Oh,
feet from the
shit.
ceiling. She's in the center of this room, just floating there.
Okay, so I go over and I like fucking Super Saiyan jump
So
off the ground.
it's doorway, about 20 feet. Then you have a railing you could do that off of
Yeah.
towards her. I'm gonna need you to roll athletics.
Watch it end up with the party agents all just slowly
17.
trying to push.
17. You jump out there and you just get to her. You don't get to like grab her. You more like
Nudge her.
body check her.
I skitter over to Amy.
I'm sorry. I'm new at this whole no gravity thing.
And she begins to drift away, and you're drifting away from
I
her. as
reach
well.
out. I reach out for her hand.
Roll. Yeah, it'd be hand. Roll in athletics.
Natural one.
I got you.
You could see it
Shit.
the way that dice left your hand. It
She
was
got
determined.
She got a 2. So the two of you are just sort of like
Oh,
trying
no.
to grab hands as you slowly drift. You know,
I'm
3,
sorry.
4, 5 feet apart.
Is there anything near me, like the crates that I can like
You're-
bounce back off of?
You've like bounced back towards the door that you came in.
Are we heading towards like a wall or something?
You're heading towards the bay door.
How close are we?
Probably 15 feet away.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use all my little raccoon strength and push off towards the door.
Roll an athletics check.
It's
As
gonna
a
be
raccoon.
So bad.
But while you're doing that, O'Shine, replacing these cables, some of the panels that you have to take off to replace certain cables have a bit of an odor to them as you remove them. Like you're expecting sort of a burnt plastic or like a burnt metal smell. These are more earthy smells. Zanner, as you get to the bridge, Desmond is sort of just like holding onto
Detroit.
the pilot chair, and like reaching over and pressing certain buttons and then taking his time and reaching over and pressing the other ones. It's really an operation that he needs to be sitting in the seat to do.
Yeah.
He can't get into the seat.
Yeah. Can I help into the seat? There's a strap, right? Once it gets down, there's a...
No.
No, okay. No point trying to get him in the seat then.
What a cheap piece of garbage ship this is.
Doesn't even have a seatbelt. Space cops will be on
As
their ass.
you get in, Desmond is like, "Oh, small one. You're going to be helpful.
Fence.
The seatbelt is something that's needed to be replaced for a while, and this is the prime example of why. If I sit down, I just float back up. There's nothing to hold on to on this seat.
Sit on my lap.
So just and he like is holding onto the seat and reaches out to grab you. Do you let him?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna...
He just grabs you by the shirt and puts you in the seat and holds on to you. And he's like, "Okay, we need to run a diagnostic scan, and we need to run an internal scan of the ship."
Here, hold
And he's
this.
just holding you in place.
It's like
Where
a,
you can
it's
do
like
it.
a
I assume I
dad
know the buttons
with
to
their
push to
kid
do
on
that.
their lap
Yeah,
driving a
it's
car.
a very self-explanatory ship.
Okay.
Running it, diagnostic shows everything that you learned in engineering, except that the doors are working now.
Yeah.
And a certain section of the ship that is being like blacked out is having errors, and you can see Desmond just like, "Oh, okay, well,
Is there a way to that area? Like,
there is, but you guys can't go down there. This is going to be a Veery thing." So,
is it Veery that's causing this?
no, it's more. It's personal. Okay. So Veery's just going to go down there and deal with this. I need you to find Veery in the air vents.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess I crawl in the...
He
Air
helps you
vents and-
towards it and goes, "Okay, so you're going to want to go to the left, to the next intersection, right, go 2 intersections, take a left, and go up about 20 feet, and you'll find her room."
We should probably
Okay.
write that down.
Okay, have fun. Don't get lost. I've never been in there.
Maybe when I ask for a
Bye.
repeat.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I was able to catch all that and make it there at some point.
What's your intelligence?
18.
18.
I'll give it to you with an 18. You get there, and it's a very dark room. It has like a purplish red light, and you see Veery laying in bed, heavy blanket on top of her. She's not floating though.
Okay.
Looking in the room, there are plants tied to the walls. You can see insects all crawling over the walls and whatnot, and crawling into her bed and onto her. And as you get more in the room, you can see that the blanket is like strapped to the bed.
Wow, this bitch is
Okay.
prepared.
Is she asleep? Is she visibly asleep? I can't tell because she's wearing a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even sleeping, she has like her full attire on still.
Okay.
Which would be very uncomfortable, given that it looks like a big headpiece on her.
Yeah.
So
So I will call her name psychically.
okay. She
Just hear screaming.
like starts to move, and you see her arm come out and unhook the blanket, and she starts to float a bit. I see the ship isn't functioning properly.
No, we're having some problems with gravity, and the life support system's not doing the best. And
Desmond running
We've had-
tunnels.
yes, We just ran the diagnostics, and he told me to come get you.
Lower questions.
Yes.
Alright.
You need my help?
For your safety, no.
Okay.
Head back the way you came.
Okay.
She starts to get out of bed, and her room's a little small. It's probably only about 4 feet, 5 feet tall, but it's 15 feet wide, 3 feet long. It's not a big room in
Large
cubic
space.
feet. It's a large space, but it isn't a big room.
Okay.
She sort of climbs off her bed, puts one hand on a wall, and just pushes her bed over, and you can see there's an additional vent that leads down, and she
Clever.
just dives into it.
That's very clever.
What do you?
Well, she told me not to. I'm curious.
But she doesn't write your paychecks.
That's true.
Also said it'd be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, if it's dangerous for me, it'll be dangerous for her too, right? Maybe I better follow.
You gonna follow?
At a distance,
I just had to say the
just
paycheck.
in case I'll keep her basically in sight at the farthest possible range.
Okay, so as it is an air vent system, you do sort of have to stay kind of close to her.
Okay.
There are points where it's like 20 feet, and then it goes into an L bend, and she dives down there.
Okay. Well, I will. Oh, she's gone out of sight, so I can't touch her.
From time to time, she does go out of sight, but
Okay.
as you get to corners, you can see her again, and then she goes around another corner.
I'll let her know that I am behind her. That just in case she needs backup, I know she's worried about my safety, but I'll stay out of it unless she needs me. And hopefully she's not mad.
She stops.
Uh-oh.
And you can see her like oddly bend inside the vent, almost folding herself in half.
So she can look back at me.
And you can't see her eyes. She has a mask on, but she is looking at you. And says back, "Do what you want.
Okay.
Just don't get in the way." And
Okay.
she continues, like, unfolds herself and crawls through the vent again.
Okay.
The entire time that you were following her, you notice on the walls there are like spiders and millipedes all crawling behind her.
Yeah. I'm
As
staying well back of them.
as
So,
you get a little deeper in there, at some point you begin to notice there's like fungus and whatnot growing on the inside of this vent, and she's no longer touching the walls as much.
she's avoiding it.
Yes, she's going
Okay.
like from section where there's no fungus to another, to another, to another. And
Oh,
is
okay.
more operating now as like a torpedo.
As
opposed
I'm
to
going, can
a
I-
weird creature crawling through the vent?
As I'm going, can I prestidigitate that crap off?
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say don't, because just in case it does clear it off, but the spores are now just floating in the air.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
But as you are following her, it's not the easiest to navigate.
Right.
You are able to stay behind her. At a point, she comes to an end of a vent and begins to take it off, and you can see lights on the other side, but it's sort of a greener glow. And following behind her, you come into this large room, and inside there is like soil on the ground. There's a little tree. You can see what is probably hydroponic lighting hooked up. This would be a little greenery area
Cool.
inside this room, but you can see very clearly that there are 10 graves
Ooh.
on the other side of the room, and this green fungus is going along the walls, and she is just like
It's
pushing
very
off and floating
like
towards
a druid of
a
spores.
different wall to access a panel over there. You
Okay.
can see as you come in that there are doorways that have been welded shut
Yeah.
from this side.
I'll just stay where I am if I can keep her in sight.
You can. This room is mostly sealed off.
Okay.
And as she gets over there, she opens a panel up and you see her fiddling with some
Snip the
wires.
tree.
She is there for a couple minutes. It's not a quick process, but she begins fiddling with some stuff. She takes things off of her belt and puts them in, and very tactical with how she's dressed. Some of her items are just spools of wire wrapped around her. gets things hooked up, you can feel oxygen coming into this room, and as she plugs the last thing in, she like grabs a hold of the ceiling and gravity kicks back on.
Yeah.
And you are just sitting inside the vent now. And she just turns around towards you and is just walking on the ceiling back towards the vent.
Okay. Well, I head back the way we came.
Okay. And she is behind you, seals up the vent and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
go to
very
the-
quiet as she's like crawling through the vent.
I go through the far end of her room and said, when we get there, when she comes in, I say, sorry that I followed you, but I didn't understand. I suspected a monster. And I was wrong, I guess. It's just something that goes wrong in that area of the ship. I thought you were in trouble. That's why I followed you. It wasn't that I didn't trust you. I thought when you said it would be dangerous for me, I thought, wouldn't it also be dangerous for you? That's why I followed you.
Roll a charisma.
It's not going to work very well.
Oh no.
-1.
Oh no.
Same.
Negative
Oh dear.
2.
Oh. +2.
Jeez, how are
Said
you the
8.
most charismatic?
Oh, you're -2, are you?
Yeah.
3.
That is Hoopy. But she looks at you and
She doesn't believe me.
sort of just looks around and goes, I will sell something so you don't have to worry about it. That is not the previous crew.
I was going to ask about that.
I could see it on you. It's the crew from before that. Desmond won't talk about it, but we need to return to his home world at some point to unload that room.
Okay.
Just-
Well, he
she-
did tell us to pick our jobs. He didn't say they had to be paying.
She sort of just looks around and begins to climb back in your bed. I need to
Okay.
get out.
Goodbye.
Vision varies just like a very
You just keep the
a
bugs
lot
over
more
there. and-
robes and a lot more insects of just there's like hobbles into bed and just throws the blanket on.
What
How do you-
happened to us?
Use
How do you tell her? How do you spell her name?
VIVR.
I rolled a -1.
So, you two, while this was all going on, floating in that room, how did you roll a -1 and on what?
I rolled
I didn't
a
ask you to roll
3,
anything.
and Raccoon's strength modifier is a -4.
Oh,
I rolled a -1.
so we'll say a 1.
In fact, you didn't push off her. You pulled onto her.
I just belly flopped into the
As
air.
As you push off of her, you're not moving, and you go to like turn back, and she's just sort of starting to rest back and floating in space.
So
Clyde, as you're floating, you're still about 20, 25 feet off the ground, but you're floating back slowly to where you launched off.
So when I get there, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I would like to rage because I'm pissed that I missed her hand.
Okay. So.
I rage.
Check with advantage.
Athletics with advantage?
Yeah.
Well, of course. I rolled a 19 and an 18. Never fails. So 25.
25. You launch off, your face just goes red, and Amy's just sort of floating there, twiddling her thumbs as you're approaching. She like holds her hands out.
Oh no, I don't like do one of these, but I straight out like Superman, like
Yeah. She's just,
around
like,
her
holding
waist.
her hands out to
So I
stop
thought you were
you
gonna
from-
do like a.
Even the robot don't want your junk on her.
Bless you.
Thank you. No, to like cushion your blow so you don't
So when I grab,
headbutt into her steel body.
I don't
We're
know.
just gonna hit
What
my
would be
poor
more
little raccoon
dense?
bum.
so when
the
I
steel body would be one.
when I grab onto her, is there enough momentum that I push her towards
Oh
the
yeah.
wall?
You're pushing. You get scooped up in that movement.
As I see that, I just kind of like grab her out of the air, just pull her close, and put her like back on my head.
Okay.
Just grabbing like the bridge of the eyebrows.
Yeah, holding on to the eyebrows, the ears. Hold on to his ears.
You can exert flame even in raccoon
Are we
form,
flying
right?
by
So
any
you
of
can
the
probably
creative?
kind of
Your
fly a
head-
little bit, eh?
Like if you think of it as a room,
Yeah.
okay, you launch branched off this way. You're flying to like the upper
Thrusters.
back corner.
Okay,
of the
so
room.
I use the momentum to like spin around and then kick off the wall again to try and get down to the ground. Like bear hug everybody on the post that I
Gonna
launched
leave
from.
Okay, so as you are going up, you're
Right,
now
they're at the
about
apex
40, 45 feet off the
That's what I'm
ground.
waiting for.
So I
Oh,
need
nice.
you to roll another athletics check.
I'm guessing if he doesn't make this, we're all landing.
Ball.
19.
Ooh.
19. You turn around. Amy is kind of hard to manipulate as she is a big, heavy individual.
But I'm a
Much
big
like
strong
yourself.
boy.
Same size as you, man.
Big strong boy.
Well, you
As
got the
you-
advantage that she'd be weightless, right? So
Almost.
As you get close, she assists you a bit, and you both sort of lunge or rocket down towards what would be the floor. When you're about 5 feet away, gravity kicks back on, and you just that last 5 feet
On top of her?
on top of Danica,
Oh,
Oh, is
where?
a little raccoon?
and it's just a and
Yep.
she's back to Danica.
How much damage do I take?
I'm like on her. As, whoa. This is what I
You
like
take
to
a
call.
solid 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so only 10 because 2 for the raccoon.
As Amy and Clyde are now piled on top of you.
Oh, this is not what I was hoping for getting close to my new friends.
I know. But on my planet, this is what we call awkward.
And I kind of like heave Amy off, and then I roll the opposite way.
Amy's just, well, that was not fun.
It was kind of
Still
fun.
on the ground, like, no, it was not.
I reach
At
down
least
and I
we should have
hoist.
down the carcass. And she just like starts walking towards one of the benches as if nothing happened.
Like I was saying when I came in here, Desmond wants you up at the flight deck.
I'll get there when I get there. Desmond can learn some patience.
Sassy Amy.
I lean down as I pick Danica up.
And that is called attitude.
Attitude.
Just imagine Ocean's like sideways, working on wires.
Son of a bitch!
It'd be like rolling out of a bunk bed. Just, you're floating there, hooking up wires, and gravity comes back on and you're back on the ground.
So,
Doesn't hurt. It's not far enough to hurt.
how much do you weigh?
I think she's pretty tall.
You
Like,
never
she's
ask
supposed
a
to be-
woman that.
Let's hold on, give me a second.
Just this is like a
I think-
general.
I think I wrote it down. I did not write
Alright,
it
she
down.
doesn't know social norms.
I'm gonna
Okay,
have to
height
assume that
is
Slappy
6'1".
finally flew.
So I'm gonna
Slappy flies.
assume.
He just doesn't like to.
I had no choice though.
Imagine Flappy just T-posed through the entire thing.
Would I be? Would I be able to hoist her up into my arms at? You say an average of 200 pounds.
Yeah, that sounds
I,
about right.
I'm an
right?
18 for
I'm
my
6'1".
strength, so.
Yeah. So I say, hold on, I'm going to carry you back to the flight deck.
That would be appreciated.
So I scoop her up and we walk back to the
6'1"?
flight deck.
About 155.
Almost like cradling
to
her?
160, I would say.
Okay. Oh, and then I was putting in a little extra from like the fact that I'm kind of molten
Oh,
lava.
the density, yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt me either,
Yeah.
does it?
No.
That's just your skin.
At this point, my flames and heat are pretty much under control.
She says she gets excited. She starts sprouting fire if she's excited. Do I notice that she's sprouting fire because I'm fucking Prince Charming in her?
That would be up to Danica.
You're also naked.
This is what I'm saying.
Naked doesn't bother her because she prefers to be naked.
No, I was saying that could be a negative detractor of like.
No, it probably no. I don't think nudity would bother her in any fact, whether it's her or someone else. She did like part of her influence of leaving was romance, but I think she's still so young that she doesn't really understand yet.
Damn.
She's not feeling anything at
Yeah.
this moment.
I think at this point it's just gratitude for she's hurting. So thanks for not making her walk.
Pat.
Thank you.
Being a raccoon was fun.
At this point, Desmond comes over the PA system. He's like, I got it working. Okay, crew.
Okay.
So, minor problem. Good morning. Good night to some people.
Good night.
I'm up now.
We have a two-stage problem. Stage number 1, systems decided they were going to be a bit of an issue, but that's been fixed due to the helpful hands of Viri, Zanner, and Oisin. And
We're gonna take like a decent 10 minutes to teach all of you.
problem number 2 is there's a ship in front of us
Son of a bitch.
that doesn't have life on it and is just sort of floating amid nothing. So I was kind of wondering if all of you wanted to go on a little adventure. to
I
an
rush
abandoned ship.
towards the bridge and go, do we have any external scans that we can run first? I'd rather not walk on and it's like, oh, they all died of plague.
Can
What
you heal
is,
her without spending a spell slot?
So
Can you heal her without?
I'm assuming that we're
No.
to the flight deck now.
Yeah, in a
I
little while
find-
you guys can get
Is
there.
there any ships incoming? Could I rest for an hour before I assist on this outside journey?
You can all rest up. I mean, that was kind of a heavy excursion to the
It's an empty
couple of
ship,
views that
so
were.
yeah.
I mean, there's no rush.
I had an Amy and Clyde land on me.
Yes, go ahead. Take
Hence
a
why
nap.
I'm carrying her.
So I carry her back to her room as well then, because I feel internally bad because I landed on top of
How
a
heavy are
fucking
you?
raccoon.
How-
A whopping 400 pounds.
Oh,
Cool, and
jeez.
Amy would average around 400 pounds.
Oh my god, how am I not dead?
This was only 5 feet.
Ow.
That's one thing I forgot to put in here.
Okay.
Whether side points
Yeah,
come
I'm
back
gonna
after a short or long
snooze
rest.
like a short rest nap.
Okay, so I will give that to you. And Desmond, so was that a yes to checking out the ship?
Yeah, we're gonna rest first.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
then I don't need a rest. So I'm gonna be like, do you have any
Don't- so
form
you
of
don't spend a
scanning
die.
equipment?
As
I will hit
they
you with
go off for a rest.
2d8.
Oh.
Xander, are you leaving the room with them?
Yeah, well, I'm healing her first.
Okay, as
You've got 2d8.
they're leaving the room.
Okay.
You're going
you-
with them?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
as
roll them?
you 3 leave,
You roll
Desmond
them.
shuts the door, looks to you, and goes, "This is about a mid-21 century,
That gets you back, does it?
or
Good.
century ship from Earth."
Thank
What?
you.
Yep.
So the two of us going to have to check it out because it's the same, not the same, but the same model as this ship, and we need parts. So
So
don't
right.
tell them.
I won't.
Don't tell them.
What about
This is a me-you thing.
what about
Like they can come, but me-you gotta be looking for some things.
what about Zanner? He's also an engineer.
I just don't want them to know that this is from our planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just say, hey, while
Okay.
we're here, look for parts.
Yeah, because I have a feeling I know what happened on that ship, and I hope that isn't what happened. 'Cause
What happened?
A lot of humans came out here around that era.
Yep.
It pissed a lot of people off,
Mm.
and pissed a lot of other terrestrials off. So they
oh
showed
my god,
up
that's what happened to Apollo 18.
and sort of did them in. I don't know if that's what's happened here because there's no damage to the ship by the scans. That's what I was doing before everything went haywire.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna float over and check it out. I don't want to connect to the ship because I don't know what happened to it. But there's no life and systems are still functioning.
How about me and you go a little early?
We'll go like 5 minutes early. Okay? Just keep it between me and you. A little hush hush.
Do you have any form of comms?
I do. I'm gonna go look for them because they're in storage. We hardly ever use them. So everyone, just go take a moment. But he opens up the door and we're gonna take a break.
I was gonna say we're almost to our break.
Yeah.
We've got 15 minutes before our break. If you want to wait the full 15 minutes, it doesn't matter.
No, we'll take a
This
little
seems
half
like
hour
a good
break right
part.
now.
So before we break, then I'm just gonna say that I laid Danica in her bed and I curled up at the foot, beside it,
Like a dog.
kind of like a dog, just because I'm worried. Two 400-pound creatures just landed on top of her.
In your crew quarters, each bed is only about 10 feet apart. So
I'm
you
not
could
in the-
lay in a bed.
Yeah, I'm technically so where the beds are against this wall, I made a hammock in
Yeah.
this corner right
Oh
here.
shit! I didn't know that.
So you could just lay in a bed.
The
beside
bed
it.
the
right beside
the
where I am.
The beds are bolted down too, then, eh?
Yes.
Damn it!
They're bolted to the
You
ceiling
have-
and the floor.
So
I'm sure you could pull
Yeah.
the mattresses off.
So-
for
No, they are.
where I got
Oh,
this.
Well, they're
like-
not bolted.
Wicked.
The mattresses aren't bolted.
I want to find out.
Tie.
Clapped
How I
on.
get side points back.
Oh, so I could easily just.
So I need a long rest, or can
You
I come
could.
back on a short one?
I'm gonna
So what
mention it's
I do, I
long,
know.
but-
Do I notice the hammock? What?
Yeah, because that's why I've been sleeping the whole time.
Okay.
Is this hammock in the corner?
Okay.
I kind of like cradle her in, and then I snap off the mattress. I drag one over, and I'm gonna make sure you're safe. And I curl up. Probably because the mattress is too small for me because it's not my room, and I just kind of try and find sleep, but like a half-ass sleep.
You don't even have to curl up. These are standard beds. They're about 7 feet long.
Okay.
Your legs, your feet would be hanging off, but
6.5, 7 feet long.
But yeah, I want to say I sleep with one eye open, but like, it's one of those things of like just to make sure she's okay.
yeah. And I do say
Sounds too
like
much
before
like a
like,
Metallica song.
be like, I really appreciate that. I do now
It's a
feel
long
much
rest.
better that Xander
It's a
helped
long
me
rest.
out.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
that's
no, we're
good.
taking a.
We're
so
gonna take a
so
half-hour
I'm
break.
down 2 points then.
Okay, bye guys. See you in half an hour. If I can get my mouse to work. We're back.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay, this steak quesadilla is amazing.
From nondescript restaurant.
Taco Bell, please give me sponsorship.
From Buck Hotel. Covered our heart.
Seriously though, please.
A lot of you is taking a little rest for a moment, hour or two. Desmond has prepped the flight suits, sent a line over so you guys can just shimmy along that line. You don't have to free float over to the ship. It's about a 40-foot span that you have to climb. I do need everyone right now to make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
As you are all suited up and sort of shimmying across this line to get to the other ship. Desmond,
Ooh,
hold on.
nat
Desmond
20.
and Oisin went first.
Well, I thought a nat 20,
No.
or it does. You modify it. Okay, so 19.
Desmond and Oisin, you go first. Oisin, what did you get? What did you get?
6.
6.
Nice.
So as you get about 10 feet across, you begin to lose your grip and float away a little bit. And Desmond just grabs you, pulls you back up, and it slows you down a little bit. By the time you get going again, the rest of the crew has caught up. You lost that little bit of a head start you wanted to get. You three coming up behind.
Big old 10.
14.
10, 14. What'd you get?
I got 20 minus 1, so 19.
A nat 20?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. That's still a success. So as you are climbing across these two, you get to just lose their footing, their handing a little bit. You get to float, and you just very adeptly pull them back up. It's not your first time having to do this, and you begin to shimmy along the line.
Wait, I fell off too?
Not like fell off, oh no, I'm floating away, but like lost your hands a little bit.
Oh, I thought 14 was good.
You didn't
Because I slept in her room.
I'm still naked.
You have
well,
yet, you have a suit on.
You've got your suit.
Oh, I was stark naked going into that suit then.
Oh, it's gonna be a little crisp.
Right.
unarmored.
Have a little bit of swampiness in there.
We're
at the
gonna
end of this.
take it off, and there's gonna be like a shit stain.
Ah.
So as you all get
Desmond,
there,
I think we need to invest in an airlock.
okay. Inside the helmets, there are little communication devices.
Okay.
You all communicate to each other. You don't need line of sight. You just need to be within 50 feet.
Danica, how'd you
Okay.
sleep?
It was good.
And of course, as long
I
as
could
I
have
can see
used
anybody,
a
I
full
can
night's rest, but
talk to them.
it was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Nobody came to bother
Desmond
you while
does
you were
announce at
asleep.
this point that
Oh, thank you very much.
in time we need to get better suits. We don't often do this, but we need better suits with
Don't worry
hooks
about
on our
me.
line.
We need magnetic boots.
Well,
a docking
that
port.
would be a good
We have a docking port.
So, okay,
idea.
I do
Why
have a
don't we
question
dock with
because
the
I
ship
don't need the suit.
Just in case there's something on it.
Am I still wearing the helmet to communicate, or is there
Yes.
like okay?
So he's just like,
Like not the breathing apparatus of the helmet, just like the base of it that has the little communication.
you've got a collar.
I have a collar.
Like a bulky necklace.
Ooh, nice.
Fashionable.
You all
Space
get to
fashion.
it. He has
Sexy.
Space alien.
he had got the line to the door on this ship as well. And you all can get in the airlock. Who is going in first, or you in the same order that you crossed the line?
Okay, so that means me and Desmond.
You and Desmond are in first, followed closely behind by them. It takes a moment to pressurize, and the door opens up.
I just quickly asked everyone. While we're in here, I just have a quick question. Who speaks what language?
I speak any language. Psionically.
Well, let's say physical. Let's say you have to physically talk.
Oh, just common and elvish is all
I can speak my own common and giant. Apparently, it's different from your common. That's why I have this.
And I like flick it like it's flexible.
But
it doesn't go-
a helmet.
And I can speak. I can speak common, undercommon, gnomish, and celestial. and
Damn,
dwarvish.
boy. Oh, I also speak primordial. Sorry.
Okay, because common, elvish, deep speech.
This one just goes. Oh, okay. Common, infernal, Primordial,
Are those the same
and a
thing?
couple others, but don't need to worry about that.
Hey, we spilled the beans on our languages,
I mean, we didn't have to.
but we still did.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they're more so just they don't feel necessary at this point in time. So
French.
It's just other dialects of English.
Yeah, but you guys wouldn't even know. You'd be like,
Common.
what's French?
French common.
French common.
What is that?
Is that
Oh,
food?
that's I speak. I also speak a little bit of French common.
Oh, you're all asshole. The little
I like
airlock
that.
opens up, and you can see a human standing there. He's got a big white puffy beard.
I thought you said there's no life.
You can see like most of the hairs receded on his head, and he's just sort of like standing all cocked, but is looking at you lot and just, hi, welcome to the shop.
Can you see our faces?
Yes.
Okay, so I just say, what country are you from?
Doesn't turn to you and goes, maybe let's not ask things like that.
Can I
nobody
smack
was
him?
on the ship. Hi. Hi.
It's just sort of look at Desmond and go in French, just like, way to scan for no life forms.
He sounds like Slappy.
Danica would be the only one who would.
The guy is looking at you and goes, come on, let's go. And he just sort of walks, but he's got like a weird walk to him.
That's amazing.
He's not moving his arms, he's just sort of like flopping as he walks.
What
I
the
follow.
Okay, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Reed is he human?
Apparently.
I
He's
thought
human.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's heavy inbreathing.
I'm assuming he's undead. Out of game. Because there's no life signals.
It's actually a robot.
Oh, that's possible too.
It's an aliens moment.
Yeah, Danny followed right
If
away.
he bleeds milk, I'm out.
Following, is anyone else accompanying, or are you all just standing
Yeah,
there?
we're following.
Well, I like
Might
kind
as
of like
well.
do the whole pull Danny back a little bit. And
I would be careful. Not all humans are nice, like Oisin.
Oh.
Whatever his name is.
Oh, but he asked us to follow him.
When we're going to, I'm just saying, don't follow so close.
What I imagine,
Okay.
Danica
I
is
will
also
stay beside
just
you.
about to
Oh,
walk
okay.
like him.
Probably.
God damn it!
Interesting way to walk.
What was his name?
He didn't say.
He hasn't said yet.
We gotta find out telepathically. What is your name?
Don't. That'll
That's
Oh,
what I'm
no.
talking
Oh.
just screw.
Uh-oh.
about. He's probably too dumb
What's
to
your
notice
sanity?
that I spoke
Can
to him.
you roll sanity?
Yeah.
Oh, no, no.
All you're gonna hear is.
And also, there's a pretty good.
+1.
I haven't.
What?
I haven't told you. Oh fuck! I haven't told.
Come on,
you.
Nat
I
20.
should probably tell you soon.
Who?
Oof. 5.
5.
Oh,
And
no.
your sanity score is
12.
12, so yeah, you definitely fail.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It
boy.
sounds like a series of screams, like
Call
millions of people screaming back at you.
This guy's been collecting
Okay.
souls.
Necromancer!
No. Do you tell us?
Yes.
And it
I'm
hurts for a
react. The
moment.
way I react, I'm sure.
Oh,
sure.
Zanner, are you okay?
Can he hear us via
Yeah.
our radio?
Yeah.
Or
Something's off with this
The
dude.
radio works by you
Something's
talking
off.
aloud.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I
if
can
somebody's-
Would
can
he be able to
broadcast
hear
what
what
they
we're
hear,
saying?
but they don't want to. You don't want it.
As
Okay, but
as
like-
I'm gonna stop contacting with him.
I've
Just-
stopped.
and quickly contact with all of us. I
Is he
have
watching
something
us
to
right
say
now?
privately.
No, he's walking.
All
He's
right.
still going?
So I link. Well, can he hear us through our intercoms?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's why I'm asking.
I will
to
create a
telepath.
telepathic link for the group.
Okay. Desmond, what do you know of the plague that wrecked Earth?
Well, it didn't do this, if that's what you're asking.
But it may be a side effect of being exposed to it.
You guys are all capable. Let's investigate.
Yeah.
And he just starts walking the way that the guy did.
I-
Not the way the guy did, but walking.
That's
Just follow suit.
Same direction.
Blend in.
Yes,
the
I'll
body
never
part
I,
takes
contact
a
you
while.
now.
I assumed we were still
Stop that,
following
that's
the guy.
silly.
We were just all talking.
Okay. So as you all follow in, there's about 7 other people, like humans, standing there, and
Oh,
they're
I
all
don't
just
like this.
standing the
I am
same
uncomfortable.
function. Eyes, their head caught and eyes locked on you as you enter, and it's just almost unison amongst all of them. Just like, welcome to the ship.
Oh, jeez.
How's it going?
What is going on here?
And I say that out loud.
You don't answer questions well, do you? Okay, and I like take my hand and like stop.
Ooh. This situation is making
Perception.
me uncomfortable.
Well, that can't be good. Perception?
Yeah.
Well, at least I have a +2, so an 8.
An 8. As you run your hand on it, there's that brief moment where you think, his skin's not attached. And then you go, nah, that's not possible.
But I still kind of.
I felt weird.
That's so gross.
But you do brush it off moments
Is
later.
wearing a
I-
human skin.
I'm not liking this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna ask the guy that we were following and be like, I think we forgot to ask your name, which is very rude of us.
He just goes,
Don't ask questions.
no.
He knows.
I'm gonna call you Henry.
Okay.
Okay. How long have you guys been out here?
They all sort of like look around at each other, mouths agape for a moment. And there's almost a hissing noise that goes out amongst them. And as the only one here that speaks Primordial, you can hear them all communicating. She's like, should we tell them? And it's like millions of voices communicating to each other. And then they all stop and go, a while! In unison, all of them.
What?
What? Excuse me, I'm still very new, and I've only ever met 2 humans. But do all of you speak with multiple voices?
No.
Not that I've met.
Also, what did they say they're from?
Pardon?
Where did they say they were from?
They did.
No, they didn't.
No.
No, they said.
His name's Hino.
I speak back in Primordial, and I just go, are you not human?
I kind of like. Eyes gape open, I look at.
Kenzie is rolling, scratching his eyebrow.
So, as you say that, they all like close their mouths and they stand up straight.
Oh,
They just
fuck, you
look
pissed him
towards you.
off.
And there's that hissing again. And almost as if they're all deflating, you can see these like worms start coming out of their feet. And they all just sort of like crumple down, and the worms all amass into one giant creature in front of you, and you can see a face form out of the worms.
I immediately bare my
Is this an
horn.
aberration? Would I know if this is an aberration?
I need you all to roll sanity checks, please.
Oh, this is gonna be
Oh
bad.
no. My sanity's at 10 and I rolled a 4.
Oh, that could have been worse.
Awesome.
13.
I don't like when he has to grab another book.
Oh,
A
no.
different book. I grabbed the wrong book.
No, my
I think I
sanity's
still grabbed the wrong book.
10, so there's no modifier, and I rolled
Oh,
4.
you're checking if it's an aberration.
Yes.
Quick question. To expand on favored enemies, would I gain advantage on sanity rolls against favored enemies? Because I've
Seen them?
trained. Yeah.
It is an aberration.
Look at you just nailing that favorite enemy.
So, well, I chose well. We're in space. Most aberrations are
We're in space.
space-like. So I don't know if you would go with that custom rule. Because it's a favorite enemy. Would I have
I like
advantage
that.
on sanity saving? No.
No.
Okay. Well, 21. 21.
21.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it. What did Danica get for the sanity?
She got a 13 and my score's an 8.
Okay. What did you get for your sanity?
13, modified 13. A
And
12
your
plus
sanity
1.
is
It's a 12.
The 12. So you three are fine.
Oh God.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
A 4?
Clyde, you're scared, but like that primal scare.
Of like attack, fight or
Fight or
flight.
Right, yeah.
What do you do?
I fucking swing.
You're not real! Wait.
Still not quite used to language. Danny just goes in primordial. Wait, stop!
Well, it hasn't attacked us yet, so.
Yeah, but his sanity is
Wait,
like
yeah,
off
that's
the
true.
radar.
That's
You're
true.
not
You've
real!
kind of committed us to battle now.
Very possibly.
If I hit them, probably.
I'm surprised you were speaking primordial, not deep speech.
Okay, so when we went into the room, you said it was 7 other humans.
So there's 8 total.
So it was 8 bodies, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that really matters though.
Primordial is part of the fire genasi.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
she's
was
talking
saying,
about the,
why weren't they speaking
Oh, why
deep?
weren't
Because
they?
deep speech is an
Yeah.
aberration language.
You're not real. You're not real. And I'm swinging as if like, not necessarily to like squish something, but to like wave away like smoke.
Yeah.
I think it's an illusion and they're just fucking with me. Somebody's fucking with me.
I'm labeling them as false humans for now, until I can identify them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just did human.
So
I did false.
you make an attack. I need you to roll the attack for that.
19.
Well, that definitely hits.
Good. Oh. 12 damage? 12 bludgeoning damage to be exact? I rolled a 6 and a 2 plus 4.
So with that, it just lets out a loud shriek where, Danica, you understand in Primordial, it's just shouting, "Intruders, new host!" And I need you all to roll initiative.
Fuck! Fuck!
Obviously, I'm focusing on my hit points. If I didn't say that before, I am. On my plus 1 hit point.
What'd you get? Ooh, ouch.
I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
13 plus, it's plus your dex?
Plus.
Yeah.
And this
Okay.
really
15, so
don't
15
have
for
any
me.
extra bonuses.
Okay, so anyone over 25. Didn't think so. Over 20. 15 to 19?
15.
Also 15.
Who was the higher dex?
I have a plus 1.
I have a plus 2.
Okay, so
Zanner, then Danica. And while you're writing that down, I rolled a 14.
and then Clyde.
Out of 5.
So the creature goes first. All of
No
its
shit, it goes first.
little wormy bits reach out towards
Fair had
Clyde
multiple.
since he was initiated.
Yeah, they're fucking with my brain, man.
One tentacle almost of worms comes out, lashes towards you, skimming over your head, and the other one is a 24, so it definitely
I was
hits.
gonna say, what did that other one roll?
It got an 11.
Total?
For the first tentacle, yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
I was gonna say, my armor class is only 12 right now.
I know it would miss, so didn't even ask.
I might need some armor until I get my dexterity up again.
So, you take
Dry erase. I'm stealing yours.
That's fine. I don't need
8
it
points
anymore.
of bludgeoning damage.
8 points?
Yep, and I need you to make a Constitution saving
Oh
throw.
goddamn, not again. Oh, that's not bad actually. Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Mod 20.
Mod 20, you're alright.
I damn well better be. We're level 3. A mod 20 in our last campaign at the point we were at probably wasn't gonna save.
And I need all of you to make a con save.
To make a
As
which? Constitution save?
Constitution save. As you all begin to see this like mist come out from
Oh, no.
inside the mass.
So I have to roll again?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Oh, that's not so bad.
con.
Yeah.
Oh, mod 20.
10.
12.
Cons mod 2. Or, yes.
Yeah.
12.
What'd you?
12.
12. Okay, so you three, as you breathe in that misty cloud, fall unconscious.
What?
And
Just
you
me?
are standing there as your three allies.
It penetrates
Just,
the suits?
Yep.
Okay.
And because like you wouldn't have them open inside the ship,
Right.
but yeah. So you three drop. It is just you and Desmond standing there, just standing ready to fight. So we'll go to you next, O'Shine.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to spend my bonus action identifying these things, but I cast arcane weapon on my revolver. I am going to choose thunder damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack. Okay. 9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a miss. But
Because it's thunder damage, would there still be like a where it hits?
it sort of like fizzles out before it reaches it.
It just knows.
Is that it for your turn?
Unless, as a free action, I can interact with the object known as Clyde. He's the
I'll allow
intelligence
it
of a
depending
chair.
on what you're doing.
I'm just gonna like smack him awake. Not with the taser.
I would say it won't work for now. But if that's all you're trying,
I'm gonna move as far back as I can. Just stay there.
you could probably get about 40 feet back out the door that you guys came in, but you're gonna be shooting through a door from behind. So it will
Just
count as
35, because that's all my movement.
yeah, but it will still count as half cover for the creature.
And I'm within 35 feet of it.
Yep.
Now just move 30 feet away.
Okay. Still will count. If you're leaving, if you're getting that far away,
Nope.
you're going to be leaving the room.
And only at 30 feet?
Yeah.
I've close range shooter. Anything within 30 feet doesn't gain benefit of half
Okay.
or 3/4 cover.
Okay. So you leave the room,
Technically.
technically, leaving just Desmond in there.
Wow.
I'm still here, just firing at it.
So it goes down
So
to
it started
Desmond.
blasting.
Start blasting. Start blasting.
Who poor Desmond is going to run up to the creature and he just starts punching at it.
What the fuck?
You better be a monk.
He better be a monk or something.
Or a fighter with the unarmed fighting style.
He better be something.
You're just a cleric going.
His first punch hits. Second one hits. He's
That's a
got
good-
a fury of blows as a bonus.
Yeah,
He's a monk!
I was about to say.
That's fucking cool.
You better be a monk.
Misses on the last hit.
Damn it, Desmond. That's cool though. He's a monk.
Gets those off and he's just sort of standing there waiting.
Why didn't you want the taser gauntlets?
Oh, shit, that would have been perfect.
No, I think I only offered to Amy.
And oh no, you offered to test it on me.
It is now the creature's turn again. It's going to make 2 attacks towards Desmond as the only standing creature.
At least he's still standing.
Wow, just misses the first one. Definitely misses the second one with 2 worm tentacles. And you 3 now wake up on the ground. Your lungs feel heavy. Danica, your flames have died down a little bit.
Very spaghetti.
But yous are conscious now.
Okay.
Zanner, you're up first.
On the ground, lungs are heavy.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my action, half my action to stand up, right? Half my movement to stand up and move back as far as I can. Try to get out of its range. And then I will use my bonus action to assess foe. Analyze the aura of one creature you see. You learn its current hit point total and all its immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities.
What's
Sure
the,
that was the brute.
is there a check for it or no?
A which?
A check.
Mm,
Make a save or anything?
no,
No.
it just happens, I guess.
It's kind of broken. You think about it.
Highlighter.
So
What
you
does
get-
cost? Huh?
Yeah,
What
it
do you
just
get
says.
again? Sorry.
He gets to see immunities, vulnerabilities, resistances, and current hit points.
Current hit points 95.
Oof.
Thanks to Desmond.
It's like scan,
And is immune to blind and deafened.
blind and deafened.
But he's
Okay.
not
Not that
vulnerable to
Any of us
anything.
know that yet.
I will broadcast that to the people who are awake.
Quick shout.
Which is everybody
Psionically.
now.
Which is everyone now. Yeah.
You guys wake up, Ocean's not in the room. Oh, fuck that
Deafness
little
and
pussy
what?
go.
Blind.
Oh, there he is.
Blind, okay. And then I will do my attack. I'll hit it with a psionic. So I've spent 2.
Just puts his fingers on his temples.
No, maybe I'll burn the bitch. Corrosive. No, I'm too far away. I'll give it psionic attack. I'll spend 3 points. At Sonic Blast. Any creature you see within 10 feet, it takes. Oh, wait a minute. As an action, you choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. The target takes 1d8 psychic damage per point spent on this ability. No save.
What?
Eagle Whip, there's a save, and on the insinuation,
Okay.
there's a save, so it
Yeah,
just says it
yeah.
hits it.
Wow.
So
Okay.
3d.
Broken.
What? Can you see why they abandoned Mystic? Well, they didn't abandon it. They're just retweaking it. and
So how many
naming it
points are you
Scion.
spending?
3. That's
3?
all I can spend.
Okay.
So that's 3d8.
Yeah.
That's a big hit.
There's a big boy.
8. What do we got there? What is that?
That's a 2.
8, 10, 15.
15.
Damn.
It's a good hit.
Psych.
That it hits every freaking time.
Puts it down to a good 80.
There you go.
And eventually you can go up to 7.
Oh my god.
I'm
Um,
down to 9.
So with that, after, mentally f***ing this guy over, it is Danica. You are on the ground.
I'm going to use my half my movement to stand up, and I'm going to use a wild shape to do my starry form, and I'm going to take on a dragon constellation. So across my back, you just see like a glowing, like wings unfurled over the shoulders, head rearing up the back of the neck, like a ancient, wise-looking dragon, but like a constellation, like glittery and sparkly.
So like it's a full dragon, or is it like just this
Like, it's the
constellation
full-
points?
Like it's constellation points, but they kind of look like they're connected a little bit, like light.
Oh, that is badass as shit.
Yeah, because my whole body ends up taking on like a luminous, starry shine. So
cool.
there is.
What's funny is my 2 subclasses and her subclass are
Yeah,
both from the
you
same
can
one
cause
Earth.
fear in it. You just can't blind or deafen
Yeah,
it.
so I have shed bright light in 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet.
Oh fuck, we can see now.
Yeah, so it's bright as fuck.
Well, I always
Yeah.
could, because I
Um,
have dark sight. So
And then
security
so that's my action to do that. Nobody's hurt at the moment, right?
No, nobody's down any hit points
So
that
I'm
I know
going
of.
to
Just me.
bonus
But it's only 8
action.
points.
You got? Oh
do
right.
shalalala.
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 Shillelagh.
Shillelagh?
And then that's my turn.
Schlehy Randers.
Okay.
Wait, how
That's-
far away
that's
am I from the thing? How like
that
close?
team that I was telling you about.
10 feet. Okay,
Remember
I'm
in the
gonna
back seat of
hope
the
that it
thing,
doesn't have a
that
long
walking
reach
stick?
and just kind of like
That's
back
what
up
that
another
is.
10.
That's a shillelagh.
Okay. So doing so does put you just outside the door leading into here.
The side. Oh.
No, he would be behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay like right there in the door frame for a
Don't
moment.
get in my shot.
Okay.
No, I'm elsewhere from you.
Right.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. Oisin. You got a door. You can see all your companions are starting to move. Desmond is 1-to-1 with the creature right now.
Is it in shot?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action to study it? See what? Just use, just identify it.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. That would be survival or investigation.
Depends on what you want to know. Are you looking at like what is this thing?
Yeah.
Then survival.
Okay. So
I should have only taken 4 points because of Path of the Bear. Resistant to all damage.
Thanks, advantage. You're not helpful, but
No, I forgot it. So that hit.
7.
That was with advantage.
You do know it's an aberration. It's also not one singular creature. It's a bunch of tiny creatures operating in mass. And
Okay.
that's about as much as you can discern with a 7.
So, anyways, I start blasting.
Go for it.
Man, your dice hate you tonight.
Yeah, they
How do you think mine feel?
15.
That hits.
Oh,
What?
I have a +6.
Oh, shit. I mean, I have a +8 to my swing, so I mean.
That would be 6. 11. Oh, sorry, not 11. 13 points of damage, 7 of which were piercing, 6 of which were thunder.
Nice. Zappity zap zap zap.
It's not lightning, it's just.
I know.
Zappy zappy zappy.
Just made me feel
I'll make my bullets louder.
Did you do any damage to it?
Not yet.
So then she'd be at 67. Unless it's got some ability.
Miguel, we're caught.
The stars are not in place.
Okay.
Anyways.
So that's it for Oisin. Clyde, you are on the ground. Desmond is right beside you.
Well, I stand up and
My head feels weird. That thing is fucking bad.
I'm in a rage.
Danny in the doorway. It's definitely bad.
No shit.
Why
How
couldn't
do
you
you-
use that anyways? Because it's level 5.
So I rage, and I like running jump fucking this thing in the head,
It has a
Mass.
face.
And it's mass.
in its mass.
Oh, right.
Now, is it like just a bunch of wriggling worms all together? Like,
Yeah.
Because this is giving me slight PSTD because I just had to throw up worms from eating that creature not
Yeah.
2 days ago.
man, this is like seriously messing with you.
Hey,
It's like it. Oh Jesus!
Clyde,
Specifically came back.
quick it in the
for you.
mass.
What'd you get?
17.
17 hits.
Good. Good. Good.
Have your boot
And you
kick
take
it,
your large
kiss its
horn and
mass.
just onto it.
I'm getting good with those though. That's
Just a
12 more points of bludgeoning damage.
This just brings back like nightmares from Goosebumps.
55.
There's like
Yes.
worms falling off that are like dead and
Oh
curled
yeah,
up.
yeah, like
Yeah,
all around.
this
serious
is-
Goosebumps nightmares. Oh,
Now I'm just reminded of the hunters from Halo because they're also just a bunch of worms.
oh my god!
They're just in armor.
I'm so glad I've never played that game.
Desmond
Well, they're
up
in armor,
front just starts punching into the mass of it.
so it just looks like a giant mat.
Like I can handle a worm on the ground, but like
He
a
gets
bunch
2
of them?
hits in on it.
Go Desmond.
You know, begins to
He's probably like a level
Take
5
a-
fighter.
take a couple
He's a
steps
monk.
back.
Monk. That's what I meant.
He seemed too suave to be a monk. Like it's just not what I would have pegged him.
I don't think you can peg him either way.
Didn't do a whole lot. It only went down to 48.
Yeah. With wild shape, you can't really shape into another human, can you?
Monkey.
No.
Close enough.
But
Can't
it
really
is-
change gender either, can you?
It is the creature's
could.
turn now. It begins to like crawl along the floor and then up the wall onto the ceiling.
Undulate.
Yep, still staying within
and it's like dropping like little
reach
worms
of
as it
things.
moves.
It
It's like a snail trail.
makes an attack towards Desmond and one towards Clyde.
Oh god, it's just gonna reach out with a worm hand.
Misses hitting Desmond and just misses hitting Clyde.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't matter. I three-quarter any damage because of resistance while enraged and bear totem
Damn,
resistance.
that's awesome.
But yeah, just misses, and you can see like the massive worms all hooked into each other, moving in front of
Oh
you.
god.
Can I use a reaction to shout at the group?
You can yell into the mass.
Yeah,
Ah!
go for it.
Guys, they're hooked together. Pull them apart.
Mass kisser.
I'm not touching it.
But it is as the creature is up there. Oh no, you can't do that.
Oh no.
Sorry,
Does anyone have a liquid?
it didn't hit, so it can't do that. It's Xander's turn.
Yeah, water, I
How
can
far
light
away is
you.
it from me right now?
5 feet.
Or if you had
Oof.
It
something
moved
fly
up
along.
onto the ceiling and more
Have a
in
flask
range
of
with
oil.
everyone still in the room.
Can I get 25 feet away from it and still see it?
You'd have to leave the room and just see it through a door.
But I could still see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Pull the ranged
I'll do that.
fingers are near the door.
You
Well,
got
this isn't
Desmond.
going to hit them. I'll go with the insinuation. No, I won't. That's 5 points. Sorry, I'll go with the Eagle Whip.
Eagle whip. Caca.
As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet of you. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 psychic damage and is filled with self-doubt. Oh, I thought eagle?
Yes.
Caca.
Caca.
I just keep
It's filled with
imagining-
self-doubt, leaving it able to use its action on its next
Keep
turn
imagining
only
that
to take the
guy for
dodge, disengage,
Come up,
or hide.
So
So if it hits, it can't attack anyone.
it hit. It hit.
It did hit it?
Yeah.
Okay,
People
so
edited like Beyblades.
Did you say another 3d8 of damage?
yeah, but it's burning through my points.
Fair.
Yeah, it's
Six.
like how side points are working. It's just like a mix between warlock and monk.
But still,
14.
though, that's a lot of
18.
damage right off the hop.
He eventually can get up to like 12d8,
Dear God.
but that's like using one of all resource.
Yeah,
That's like an all.
and it's my max. You guys will be able to hit harder than me by
So
the
you
end.
get
Oh.
Sorry, 14. That was a 7. 14,
Maybe.
18.
Maybe me too. Maybe.
2 7s and a 4.
cool. So
Well, also, but
as that goes
Some
off, you
people-
see the
That's
little thing
30.
starts to recoil up towards the ceiling to try and get a
It's
little
trying to get
more
away.
It's trying to get like flat on the ceiling.
Yeah.
To really get away. Danica.
Okay, so now it's on the ceiling. How far away is that? Like, would I be able to reach
10
with my staff?
10, 15 feet in air.
You know what? I'm just gonna stay back for a moment and cast guiding bolt.
Go for it.
Zap!
oh yeah, the finger guns are necessary. It's part of the cast.
Guiding bolt.
So
Zap, zap.
what I got? A +5, so that's 16.
16 hits.
Yeah.
There he is, guys.
Go get him!
Okay, so that is
How are you?
8, 9. Ooh. 15 damage.
15 damage.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's got 15 points left.
I could
Is
kill
that
it.
it for Danica?
Remember, I come before you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
True.
stay there in the doorway.
Okay. Oh, Oisin.
And it has.
As it is sort of undulated flat, it would have full cover. Because the doors don't go to like the ceiling. You would have full cover now.
Oh, dang.
So I need you to double check if you can.
If
Get
it
her
knocks
in.
it down to at least half cover or something like that.
Because I can't remember the full extent of that feat.
No, it ignores half and 3/4 cover against targets within 30 feet of you. So,
So it has full cover now.
cool. So I just wouldn't be able to hit it unless I moved closer.
Yeah, you'd have to move probably into the room to be able to hit it.
Okay, I will. And because she casts guiding bolt, right?
I did. Oh,
Yeah.
it has advantage for
Yeah.
the next hit. Yeah.
So now I have advantage.
Nice.
Okay, go for it.
Not 20.
And let's see some damage on that one.
Alright, so
boy.
let's see. That's
yeah.
2d8s. Where's my other d8? I might have to borrow. No, I found it. And a d6.
Actually, I'm a little hesitant to blend.
Okay, so that's
11.
13. The exact damage I did last time.
Wait, double?
It's got 2 hit
Double
points
dice?
left.
I did
Unless
2
it's-
dice because it could potentially be more.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Instead of just doubling it.
Right,
Wait,
right.
no.
I wasn't
I
thinking.
read the critical rules. I would roll any additional dice, right? Either than not just weapon, any enchantments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never
Oh,
mind.
so you get another D6.
I could kill it unless I roll 1.
Ah!
Yeah!
What'd you get? 3?
6.
6. So as that bullet lets off and it just shocks out, all of them drop and start viling, and a lot of them still seem alive for a moment, but it seems like as they're apart from each other, they begin to decay a lot faster.
Yeah, wither and will.
Yeah. And they're gone. It's just a room of like a good 2-3 inches of dead worms on the floor.
And meat bodies.
And just sacks of skin.
Physics question. How much breath would I need to literally blow my horn to shoot them out into space? Like if I was to gather them up and just like a
It
blowgun.
it would take a couple trips.
Because there's a lot of heckin'
There's
I got a big horn.
Who's got a high wisdom?
And you're talking like
Me,
hack
got
them into
+3.
your horn.
I got a +2, so yeah, his is better.
How's your
If
medicine?
it's not possible, I don't want to try it.
It's possible,
I
but you're
proficient
talking
in
like
my
you're gonna have to
medicine.
go out
I
there
only have a +3.
without your
I have
helmet on.
+4.
Yeah.
Blow
Maybe you
them
should
out,
take a look at
close the air.
One of the people
It'd be one of those things of like I gather the air,
that got
Yeah.
sick,
open the airlock,
that
and go.
got knocked out. We don't
And then
know
close
yet if
it.
we're
He-
poisoned or.
He wouldn't be a good example because he also
You don't-
had the wrong.
If it's not, if it's too complicated, I don't want to
So
do it.
you
It's
have to
just,
study.
You know, I'm sick of these fuckers. I don't want them on the ship no more. Just get rid of them.
Okay.
Okay,
I
during-
wouldn't say it's possible for you to blow them out with the horn, but you definitely could just start throwing them into the airlock. and eject them.
As he's doing that, me
Space
and
worms.
Desmond start looking for things.
So
And Zanner mentions that he's concerned about us that passed out, so I'm going to do a medicine check on him to kind of
Get
see
a
if
general.
we're okay, you know, if we have any side effects
Okay,
or anything.
so I need a check. I need an investigation roll from you.
So that's what I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna like shovel scoop them with the horn and just start making treks to
What's that?
clean.
Low
That's
roll?
a no.
I'm not gonna get rid of the human bodies yet,
with
though.
advantage.
I'm
Because
gonna
Desmond is
I'm going to
helping
use a
you.
luck, though.
Mod
Okay,
20.
So with Desmond's help,
Yep,
you
nat
two
20.
walking around,
Yeah,
there are
luck.
monitors. He has you taking off, and he's like putting them in these large bags he brought with.
Is there like a computer driver, just something for that has a bunch of information that I could just take?
You do find one. It's like it's got 6 different drive slots, and you can see bottom 3 are damaged, the top 3 are still intact, so you can retrieve those. He has you strip out some wires real quick. As you walk about, this place is being ransacked of sorts. Anything edible has been eaten.
But
there
what
is
about-
Keep the meat sacks alive.
What about engine-wise? Is there like a stealth drive or just?
There are 2 things of note that Desmond sort of gets excited about.
I imagine I would too.
This ship is in the same classification as his. There is a section of the ship where it's essentially like a secondary engine that gets mounted in, but it's not something you could attach in space. You would have to then tow this ship
Weird things.
to a planet and have it stripped off and mounted onto yours, but it is a secondary engine, which would be beneficial,
Yeah.
but a little costly. It does also have 2 functioning guns still on it, which could be taken
Extra
off and
guns.
attached onto your ship.
So now we actually do have 4 cylinders.
We're firing on all 4 cylinders.
So is this considered fair loot if we were to drag it with us to a planet?
The cargo, as you are walking around, the cargo bay has this big box. Big, massive box. And it
Surprises!
looks like the box is being blown open from the inside.
That's the worms.
So
I investigated the explosion. What was the nature of it? Acidic, just like a concussive force.
It looks like it was pushed open.
Oh boy.
So brute force.
Yeah.
Any signs of what was in it?
Looking inside, you can see a couple more of those worms in there, like dead worms in there.
I assume the drives I have might have more information. I look. Would there be any parts suitable that would allow me to help upgrade my portal engine and make it a big enough size where it matches this classification of ship?
If you were to mount that other engine,
they truly are the two smart people in this campaign.
strip
Oh, yeah.
probably a good
Danny's
half of the computers out of this ship. Yeah, you could make one.
And we're already going to tow this. I'm not giving Desmond a choice. We are towing this.
Ancient
We'll increase our travel time if we tow it.
Think of it like this. New engine. Eventually.
I see the benefits. It's just more of the worry. You know, we're going to a sort of bougie planet. Okay, they're very hoity-toity there.
So,
Is the vessel operable?
I don't-
Or
Have you seen any of those?
It is
will it run?
operable
Have you seen
from what you
Lego?
can see. It's
Adventures
operable,
of
but it's
Lego.
not movable. You can't fly it anywhere.
Okay.
It's still functioning. It just doesn't have any fuel to propel it in
Okay.
any direction.
Yeah, we have actually got the
So,
species of
And
we can't
the,
just
lo-
bird.
Just said
the
alien.
cost to have it stripped and mounted onto ours, it would be good. It would be great. I agree. I just don't know if we can afford it. It's going to be one of those things, you know, where it's like, do we want bigger engine, more guns? You know, unless you can find the work for free. Unless you can find someone willing to do the work for free.
instead of
Like a
finding a
scrapper.
job, I'll be working on that.
Okay. Well, we will hook it up.
I might be able to use my null connections.
That's okay.
They may be hoity-toity, but scavengers are scavengers and mechanics are mechanics.
Okay. Well, you keep scouring the ship for anything that isn't nailed down that we
Yeah.
can take back right now, just in case.
Clyde!
Have I finished?
And then he walks over and starts like talking on a comm, and you can hear Amy on the other end. What'd you get for your medicine check?
Nat 20. Because I used luck.
Oh, okay.
My first roll was bad.
Okay.
Used a luck. Nat 20.
As you sit there looking over Zanner for a moment, you can hear audibly that he's having troubles breathing, and you can hear it from Clyde as well.
Same for myself?
It's
You
the
don't
COVID.
really breathe, but you can
Wormvid.
feel that problem that you would
Wormvid.
have if you did actually breathe. You can also feel, well, as you check Zanner over, a wriggling under some sections of his skin.
Oh,
But as you like
Jesus.
touch them, they stop. Or not Zanner, Clyde. You can like feel things wriggling underneath his skin.
Me and
I'm gonna
her
keep
are
that to
gonna-
myself.
me and
You're
her-
going to keep that? You're not going to relay that to me?
I'm
Well, it
not-
didn't matter
not
because I'm
about
doing
the-
this anyways.
I'm not about the worms. I was gonna say, like, you seem to have difficulty breathing.
I'm going to try something with Cliff. I am going to try, or sorry,
Clyde.
with Clyde.
It's very
Sorry.
close.
I know.
Sorry about that, idiots. I'm going to try Restore Health. As an action, you touch one creature and remove one of the following conditions from it.
Just gonna use
Blinded,
this
deafened,
reaction.
paralyzed, or poisoned. Alternatively, you remove one disease from the creature.
Ooh.
I'm hoping this is one of those. I'm going to hit him with that, so does that make him feel any better at all, or?
He doesn't have the problem breathing
Okay,
that you're aware of. He
Okay.
doesn't have problem breathing anymore.
that's the only thing that
I take a
That
big.
you're aware of.
I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I take a big like.
With my nat 20 after seeing this exchange, going, oh, can I just do like a general, like,
I'll let you try again with
Another?
advantage, because you know what you're looking
I
for.
just go. That feels
A little better? I've never smoked a peace pipe before, but that's how that feels.
14.
14. You can't find any.
I noticed her touching me again. What?
Oh, well,
Bicep.
I just wanted to make sure there was no lingering effects. But it looks like Zanner is very good at healing.
When you have a sleep, does that heal poison? If you have an 8-hour sleep?
Unless it specifies otherwise, yes.
I'll use my last 3 points, and I'll hit her with the same thing.
Okay.
Did I notice a wriggling in my own body?
It's probably from
But
the
you
book.
notice the
Breathing, somewhat.
yeah, when you need to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly, I do it for the aesthetic of
That's
fitting
it for
in
me,
with everybody.
folks.
Yeah,
I'm out of juice.
But
And once in a while, I'll be like, oh yeah.
does Clyde hear me call his name?
I'm still shiny at the moment, just as everybody knows.
Oh wait, we have intercom things. So. Clyde.
What? What? What?
I got big stuff to carry
Mm-hmm. And...
that could improve the ship.
Uh-huh.
Might make Amy happy.
Okay.
And Slappy.
Well, if it makes Slappy happy. Okay.
I was gonna say that's what's gonna draw him in.
I was like, crush on the rope? No. The bird? Yeah.
Is there any after looking over those of us that were affected by the fog? Are there any like rooms that would have been like living rooms, like just?
Yeah, the ship is very closely designed the same way as your guys' ship.
Okay.
There are a couple extra passageways and extra doors or extra rooms that you come across. But you can't find anything of anyone's possessions that hasn't been destroyed in some fashion.
Okay, I was gonna look for knowing, having heard of Desmond and Ocean speaking of Earth, of any like plants or plant materials that are on the ship, any seeds,
You can roll investigation.
which means no, there's nothing. Definitely nothing for me.
Which you get
I think a 6.
a 6,
No, it's gonna give
A
you
7.
a 7. Looking around, you do find extra rooms and whatnot, various amazing things everywhere. But most of it's been destroyed in some fashion, and any plant life that was on here has long been dead.
Okay. I do, if I find something that's been dead, like a pot that's just wilted into nothing, I do a small little druid craft to just make a little itty bitty baby bud.
Okay.
To leave life on this
Okay.
ship.
As you are standing there, you feel like 2 massive slams into the vessel, and you can feel it jerk. And then Desmond comes over the intercom. He's like, "Amy has us hooked up. Can everybody just make their way back to the tow line? We'll board back on the Remora."
We can use the
When you're ready.
we can use the dock this time, can't we?
You're not
We're not-
docked.
Okay.
They just hooked.
So we have to use the rope again. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. But we're closer. We're closer this time.
Yeah.
I fixed that.
Yeah.
Not COVID, she's choking on water.
I think I accidentally swallowed a worm. Oh, no, it was just dust.
There were 6 drives?
6 drives.
The Spotify audio down, that's
What?
There were 6 information drives on board?
There were 6, but only 3 of them are operable.
6. I'm gonna put 6 drives.
Okay, so you all making your way back. It is just it's not easier, but you sort of now have a reason to get the fuck off this ship and back onto yours. As you just get back on, Amy and Viri are sort of just like running around doing things, sort of prepping stuff. You can see Amy's starting to fill out paperwork and whatnot, and just annoying things. They are running around crazy.
Is would you like any assistance? I'm sure I could help.
Amy looks towards you and goes, "No, dear, this is documentation." And she just like pats you on the shoulder.
Okay.
Go relax.
Okay.
I go to Desmond. Do you think with some of the spare parts I could just make a quick computer that links up to my gauntlet so I can read these drives?
Maybe in time. You have all sorts of time.
Yeah.
So just
yeah.
try it.
I assume we just put all the spare parts in the engine room
Sure.
next to the workbench, and I just start.
Because he said this, I'm gonna take one of the boxes I was carrying, and I find Slappy in it. Oshine said this would help and make you happy.
Okay, roll animal handling.
So say,
Watch this.
do I
Watch this
see
be the
this?
thing that kindles the friendship.
It just fucking very well might. That's a mod 20.
Mod 20. So as you walk up and place the box down, he just like wakes up, sort of flap walks around the box, then like sits down beside it, leans his head on it, and just
did I see this?
sure.
I was gonna say like, oh, I can ask him if you would like.
Does he?
I kind of like do that like quick like double take of like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I cast.
I wanna. Does he like it?
I
Did it
cast
help?
The
I'm
whatever
gonna
the,
notice there's a box missing. I'm gonna
the speak
like,
with animals. Oh, God, I love it. Okay, so I cast the speak with animals, and I go. Oh, Slappy.
the,
Go
sea,
listen to
the
this.
seagull.
Did you like what Clyde brought you?
Gift. Does he like it?
He likes it. He
Yeah.
likes his gift.
Yeah. Gift.
Do you know Clyde?
Big gray. Huh?
Yes, Wimp.
What's up, Big Gray?
I have like this shimmer in my eyes of just pure like childhood
You
excitement.
know what's funny? That means he's little Gray.
Are you enjoying your time on the airship? Spaceship? Sorry.
What?
You're in space.
He just starts running around the box, flapping his feet.
What did you say to him?
I may have distressed him. I told him we were in space.
You idiot!
And I like try and like gently grab him and just like
It's okay. It's okay.
I walk in, just open the box.
And falls asleep in Clyde's hands.
Poops in
Or
it.
like panic passes out.
I open the box.
Danny's like
I need
sparking
this.
a little bit
Should've told
because
him.
she's never had anybody like yell at her like that, and she just turns away and like goes to her hammock.
Next
I
time you
just-
tell someone they're in a space, tell them they're in a ship in space.
As I'm walking away,
Bit of a difference.
I did mention we were on a spaceship in
Oh.
space,
Oh, okay.
and keep walking.
do I notice that she's like visibly like kind of shaken from that?
I'm gonna say no because you're
Like
Worried
super
about-
concerned about
Too
your
worried
chicken.
about the bird.
Seagull.
Slappy is asleep in your hands. It's more like
I just. You can't have the.
You can't have this box.
And I just gently put him down.
Cool.
On
you
top
can
of
have
it.
the box. And I
With the bird on top.
I assume it's as you're putting him down.
Oh,
open
okay.
it and grab stuff out
Just
of the
the
box.
sleeping
It's
seagull
like
just rolls off the top.
wires and metals and resistors and just a bunch of random
Feathers.
junk.
So if he's gonna take it out,
He can have a nest.
and I just kind of like
Yeah, so help me put.
I rip the
Slappy
box
has a
lid
scrappy
off.
No, I needed that lid. It was hinged.
It's a wooden crate, yes.
No, it's a metal crate.
Oh, they'll fucking rip it off anyways.
And I just
that's
set
a lot of
Slappy in
Oh god.
inside if there's like any packing shit in it or no.
No, it was just like wires.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm grabbing as much as I can and be like,
I'm gonna have to find you something. I know. Danica could do this thing that she creates plant. I'm gonna go ask her and I run after her.
we're gonna have like a wheat farm just to make enough straw for this fucking bird.
I don't
And it's
be
like a,
able
it's
to
not
yet.
like a, it's not
We
like
have
a
to wait till we get to the
crate.
planet. Anyways, by
It's
the
a
time you find me,
crate.
No, it's like a crate.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
crate.
pouting in my swing.
So I like door open or closed?
No, because it's actually the full room of like bunk beds. But I really gotta print that off. I forgot to.
We all
if I
sleep
can.
in the same room.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I was under the understanding we had separate rooms.
No, I usually
We
just sleep in the bed in the engine room.
Yeah,
but I do have my stuff
Kenzie
in
got
that room.
confused with it. Hurry up. It's on here. Just wait, give me a second. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is our room. It's got 3 sets of bunk beds.
Same reason.
That's reasonable. Yeah.
3 sets of bunk beds, and I'm at the back of the room in a little hammock right here.
Oh, okay, I got it now.
My stuff's in there, but I don't sleep there.
Yeah, because
Okay, I
there's
got
one
you.
bed in the
Okay.
engine
Engine
room.
room.
I believe.
And since
So-
I'm head of engineering.
Yeah, so like she's literally like rolled over in her hammock, back like facing the doorway.
I'm still stark naked too.
Yeah, you
Still stark naked.
Was there a
Danica.
was there a shit stain in the suit?
I didn't shit my.
Well,
Did
you
I
might
shit my?
have.
You got
Because you did
scared.
get super scared.
No.
Oh my
I was
god!
gonna say roll a Constitution.
This is not going to be an Elderon situation where I shit on something that's important.
I'm not gonna
You
be
don't
known for this
remember
again.
Do we all have inspiration? Because of the notes last time, or
Oh, he didn't specify.
Oh, I completely
I
forgot.
forgot about it too.
Just say because I nailed it again.
I hate it.
Anyways,
Oh,
so
was it a winning meeting or?
I
You
like
bet your ass it is.
You have
burst in.
3 points.
Ju-
don't you?
if
That's what
I
I'm-
could have a red
Yes.
face from being just blushy and happy, it would be like that. And
Half mass.
just
It's just a happy one.
It's not hard. It's just like it's still up.
it's kind of like
Excitement.
yes. Anyways, I see that she's in her hammock, and I don't shake it, but I like tap her on the shoulder, like, Danica, Danica.
Kind of like look over. Go away, please.
But I need your help.
You were angry at me.
Kind of take a step back. Trying to remember.
I don't think you were. It was him that was mad at you.
I'm gonna have a Danica moment. I
wasn't
don't
mad.
recall being angry with you.
You said I was stupid.
Oh no. See, I'm not good
I'm
with.
just really young but old. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, wait, young but old. Huh?
I'm not hip.
I kind of like.
I
Okay.
have lived for millennia, but my body is new.
Okay, we'll put a pin in that. We'll get back to that, because I still don't quite understand. But if I was mad at you, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I was just worried about the seagull.
She sits up and goes, okay, what do you need?
Can you do your, I don't know what it's called, but your plan, and you can make plants and shit?
I can try. There's not much material in space.
Okay, good. And I grab her. I fucking start just booking it back. Yeah, Marmaduke the shit out of this.
I imagine it's like Shrek carrying Fiona, running just.
So I got a view of his bouncy ass right now.
It's luscious, isn't it?
it's like bongos, like.
Desmond, I can't sneak off the ship to clap my ass cheek.
Roll stealth with disadvantage because of them ass cheeks.
Don't you know? Goliath ass cracks are horizontal, so when he watches.
You can't go down a slide because then it'll go boom, 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 boom.
If he runs downstairs, then it's just.
Okay.
Wonderful content.
So we get to the box, and he needs like a nest. The box is about all he needs.
He's
Something.
like stops for a minute, like that may have been too fast.
I'm sorry again.
Okay, I don't have much material. Let's see, what can I do?
takes all the lettuce.
Prison wallet. Does this work? Kidding. I'm kidding. That's not candid.
I don't really know what.
Where did you grab it from?
Then
I think
That's why it's not candid.
But it is canon.
our best option would be if I were to just encourage Bonbon to grow a lot of leaves and shed them.
That would be perfect.
Am I watching
One's
this?
back.
But Bonbon's back
It would have been interesting
our
watching
room.
him run down the thing carrying
Like
her.
in our like.
I would
Yeah,
want to
you
see
have
what
Bonbon.
was.
So you have my hammock in the corner, and
We have an
Bonbon's
empty
hanging from
room,
a,
do we
a
not,
thing
Desmond?
right above it.
An empty.
Nope.
Okay,
So-
well, we all have extra beds in our rooms. Why don't we just take the bedding off of one of the beds, a bed sheet, make a little nest for him with that?
I don't
That's
use
a-
that
That
mattress,
That's
so
a great
go
idea.
ahead.
He's
I
gonna
don't
whatever you
even-
put in there is gonna poop all over.
I stole a blanket from the first ship, so I'm not even using one of the beds.
I was like,
All right. Well, that's up to you.
Zanner, you're a fucking genius. I'll be right back, and I dash out.
For Ocean.
To somebody else's room. Yeah, to O'Shan's room. Steal his blanket.
We're all in the same room, but
I look at it. That one's mine. That one's that. That one. There's nothing there. That. Ah! I rip everything off, and I tear open the mattress for like the fluff and shit. in it.
I walk in here with a cup like,
You bring like the pillow too.
you know,
so
I
you
don't.
like rip it open.
It's like I don't sleep in here, but if you would have at least asked me, I would have said yes.
Shut up! You don't work. You don't
Snap
work
you
here.
down to a hook
here.
and squeeze it.
Just my empty cup.
You're
What?
just so frazzled trying to get this bird a nest.
I rip it up. I gather as much as I
hug
can in
you,
my arms.
rub
I
it, and
fucking
squeeze him,
dash
and call him
back.
George.
Pretty much.
And I just start like crouch down, just starting to like make a
Slappy been
nest.
sleeping the whole time.
No.
Sleeping, just sort of like in the crate, just like walking around in a tiny circle.
I would have preferred if he was just walking like straight bonk. Straight bonk. Straight bonk.
Just like,
I think he's trying to make a home. He's trying to make a home.
Now that the bed sheets though
Is
are,
my nightstand
you'll be able to get
bolted?
out of the box.
yes.
I'm gonna take the tools to unbolt it and move it before they start ripping that up.
So I just
Just fully
once
commit
it
to
looks
being in
like
there.
what I've seen at home, like
A
the
nest.
round circles of like bird nest.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do that thing and ask him if that's okay?
Yeah, because
Actually-
it's probably been over the 10 minutes.
Yes.
Or it's 1 minute. I can just cast it in the 10-minute ritual, so I just sit down and spend 10 minutes.
I just like cross my legs, like I copy exactly what she does, and I just
Can you yet?
I like
Is
like a
this
couple
open?
minutes of him asking that, I just like open an eye and be like, not yet. Like the first hint of annoyance that Danny's ever let out. And then after
So-
10 minutes,
He's just in there and he's like, I move this here, and I move this here, and I move this here.
Is it just
No forward here, and here.
Is he just picking shit up?
Yeah.
His beak and moving?
Yeah. Organizing the nest.
Slappy, do you like your nest?
Yeah.
How does your mouth only move like 1/8 of an inch? And it's so noticeable.
But for Slappy, it's more like, yeah.
Imagine it's that sequence when he was like,
I just say to him, I think it would make Clyde very happy if you were to walk over to him and like give him a peck.
Well, he's in like a crate.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like this way.
it's
like
a
it
no.
opened.
crate.
Okay. Can he fly out?
He could, yeah.
Does he still have the
He's
orange powder?
sitting there, he's like, alright. And he just like flies out and lands on his head.
And I say to Clyde, Slappy says thank you.
You're welcome. And I pat him on his head, and then I don't think you should be up there though. I don't want shit on my head. And I put him back down in. I appreciate it though.
You feel it drip.
This is what I didn't want to happen.
I just say to Slappy, I just go, see you at dinner. No, walk away.
What?
Business is done.
You can still hear as you're walking away, just.
Is there anything in this spot that he likes?
Just rearranging the whole thing.
He's also moving the same thing like 3-4 times.
And as the days go past, I encourage Bon to sprout a bunch of little leaves, drop them, and I take those leaves too.
Why do I imagine eventually we'll come back? It's like a Patrick Starfish level where it's all mattress, but there's like a couch and a TV.
But none of it works.
And none of it works. Just sitting there.
But as she's walking away, I like grab her hand and I like pull her in for the biggest fucking hug.
You're
ever.
naked.
Yeah, well.
Again, it does not bother her.
And I just say,
I don't know if Danny's had a hug yet.
And it's not like it's a bear hug, but like not like, oh, I'm cracking your spine. I should
No,
let
but
off.
I just don't think she's ever had a hug, so she's just like, this is very nice.
And I say, thank you. I'm sorry, I'll never call you stupid again. You're very smart. Thank you.
Almost like tears running down his eyes and just fucking joy.
He's so happy.
Oh no, Ocean's pushing his fucking
And I looked
stand
at-
out of the room.
I looked at Zanner and you're a fucking genius too. And I slap him on the back.
Oh, he
Goes
goes 3
flying.
feet.
Who? Zanner.
Oh,
Does
Yeah,
that
he
make,
had
does
the
that
idea
make me
for the
breathe any
bedding
better?
and whatnot.
Him slapping me in the back.
Maybe a little. So, the lot of yous
it's like
now
mini-me
settled
flying.
in, doing minor repairs here and there. Doing minor repairs around the ship, becoming a little more settled down. For a lot of yous, the sleeps are quite restful.
Did
The
I
ship has, like,
completely heal?
Yes.
Okay.
The ship has like a small vibration to it, so when you're starting to fall asleep, it's like your bed's shaking slightly. It's very relaxing.
You know,
Except for Clyde,
Uh-oh.
who
Because he's
has
not used
I
to
just
being
had such a good day.
who slowly every night is losing more and more sleep. Till at one point you're only getting like 4 hours of sleep at a time, and then spend 2 hours just staring at the wall. And every night you have the same long dream of being home. You see your family, your sister running around, and then you're back in that tunnel. You see the mirror around you. You see yourself being ripped apart, and you're back in the box. But this time is different, as every time before you just had a basic dream. The last couple nights you've been having the same dream, where you are in the box. It becomes hard to breathe, harder to breathe, till finally you get the lid off and you're cold. And as you look around, you're surrounded by snow, deep snow, massive mountains in the distance, and a voice echoes out of the box back at you. Free me. Help. And how would you respond?
Who are you?
And would it be like an echo, or is it like I'm
an-
talking to him?
It's an echo in your head coming from the box.
Okay.
So what do you mean free you? I don't know what that means. The lid is off.
Free me. Help.
Should have chose someone smarter.
As you sit there wondering, you begin to get very cold. Even for a Goliath, you are very cold, and you begin to look for shelter. And the closest thing you find is a cavern in one of the sides of the mountains, all around you. And almost without hesitation, you drag the box with you. You get inside the cavern, you set up a nice little area. Occasionally small creatures come in, catch them, eat them. There's little fungus growing. You do what you have to survive. And the box just keeps repeating, help me, over and over, for days on end.
Can I understand the glyphs on the side now?
You can't understand them, but they're different than the ones that were on yours. As you stand there day after day, trying to stay warm, trying to stay alive inside here, you feel whatever you're on, planet, asteroid, whatever it is, shake massively. And you can hear almost rhythmic, massive footsteps approaching you. And the voice echoes out, I can save you. Free me. And you can see inside the box there's almost like a half moon glowing under what would have been your pillow.
Like a glyph, or is it just like
It's
an amulet of some
it's-
sort?
No, it just looks like something there is glowing on the fabric that would be your pillow.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's being truthful about the I can save you bit?
Go for it.
It's 15.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
You're going off of a voice. It's hard to tell.
With the footsteps, how deep into the cavern am I?
100, 120 feet maybe. You can probably still see the entrance of it.
So I walk towards the entrance,
Okay.
leaving the box,
Yeah.
and I see if I'm not like going out. I'm seeing if I can like lean on the edge and just kind of like do a scan.
Roll
If I
perception.
if I can see, that was even worse. Perception. It's a 11,
11. Looking out, you don't see anything.
but you
There's
can still hear it. And
a
feel
moderate snow happening, and as you look around, you don't see anything for a bit, and then almost as if it jumps out of nowhere, this massive creature with just almost crab-like appendages, but the size of a city, just walking in front. And as it walks in front, you can see its little eye stalks, hundreds of them off the top of its head, all sort of undulate and look towards you. You can feel it staring at you, and it begins to walk towards the mountain that you're hiding in. And you hear the voice again. Free me.
How?
And you see the little glow get a little brighter.
I would like your help, but like, I don't know how. You have to tell me how.
There's no response.
Well, I don't necessarily give up. I kind of like start looking all over and well, if you don't tell me, it looks like we're both gonna be fucked here in a minute. I don't know what that thing is out there, but like it's
Rhythmic.
massive.
The rhythmic stomping is getting louder and louder. You can see it's getting closer, and you can see that glow begins to become more solid as a piece of what looks like glass, the same shape and size, just thumps off the pillow and starts to like slide down a bit into the center portion of the box.
And it's just glass. Like I
Yep.
can see my hand on the other side of it.
Yep. But it's probably a good like inch thick and about that big.
I'm in a cavern. I turn around. Oh,
Fuck!
and I throw it at the wall.
Okay. It doesn't break.
Huh? That's not right. I kind of peer out from where we're at. Can I see it now because it's getting closer?
Oh, yeah, as you peer out, you can see as its massive claw just writhes back and starts lunging towards the hole that you're hiding in. You hear the voice echo out, accept my power. And the
Is it the same
Piece.
as the freebie voice?
it just begins to glow again. And at this point, you don't have a choice because it's not you doing this, but it's still your body, still your mind. You pick it up, you put it on your face, and you can feel it fuse to your face, and almost as if you were torn out of your body, you watch as the mountain blows up, and this creature is eviscerated, and you wake up, and you have this dream night after night. Your sleep gets shorter and shorter, till eventually you arrive in the Avis system.
Does he look any physically different during
Oh
this
yeah,
time?
he's starting to get massive bags under his eyes.
Can
He's
we
starting to
can
get very
tell this.
tired, very grumpy, as he's losing sleep. Yep.
Do any of us, like Zanner would ask what's up and what's going on?
At this point, it'd be the most noticeable.
I kind of I'm in the cargo bay and probably helping Amy rearrange the new stock and cargo and whatnot, and I'm very sluggish trying to do so. Like, boxes that I could sling naturally before, I'm kind of struggling to pick them up. And I take more breaks than normal. Like, I sit on full crates. It's like, no, I have to rest, but I just can't find that rest.
So everyone would start noticing this.
Can I read him psychically? Like,
Not allowed.
can I get a sense of the dreams that he's having? Is it like
Oh, no.
no, he's not gonna.
You could sense that he's probably under distress.
Okay.
Just the general.
Probably like
emotion.
arcane
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah. What is going on, buddy? What? I've noticed you're off. You're way off.
Yes.
Your vibes are well.
Your strength is low. You look like you're.
Aura is really dark.
You look like you're sick. I'm sure I've tried hitting him with that same thing I hit to cure and that did nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any sleep. Every night it just seems like I get less and less, and it's okay because I can protect you.
What's the
Because of-
reason you're not sleeping?
I don't know. I keep having this dream.
Tell us.
Can he show me now, psychically, now that he's told me about it? Can he portray it to me, even though it's not a language per se? Or does it have to be a language?
Even if he could,
That I wouldn't be able to
Even if
show
that's-
them?
even if that was something that your character could do right now, he can't give that information.
Okay.
Some other
Okay.
force is holding it back.
So, yeah.
So for us, it just looks like he's just struggling
Yeah.
with insomnia or something.
Yeah.
Now,
there's
do I
really
remember
nothing that
the
we can
dream
do.
vividly? Enough that I can
Yeah.
portray what happens in it?
You can remember it, but you can't communicate it. You know what's happening, but you just can't find the words for any of it.
Well, I try and I start talking about home, and like that's when it kind of trails off, and I get mad and I pick up a crate, and for some reason I get the strength back and I throw it against the cargo bay door out of just pure anger, and I go into a rage and I just start taking my horn and I start smashing boxes
Whoa.
and
But just. Okay.
Okay. You want to go home. We get
Let's-
that.
Yeah, I don't think I was there at the moment, but hearing like smashing and stuff, I'll probably come running.
Okay, well we're here at Avis. We gotta do what we gotta do, and then I think maybe we should look into this. Maybe we should go to
I
his
think-
planet and
I think we should ask Desmond, stay an extra day. After we find a job, or a couple jobs, we have you go see someone, whether it's insomnia or just a psychological problem that isn't exactly that.
See, where I'm from, my clan, my tribe, we had shamans that would help this kind of stuff. Great warriors would come back, battle scarred, and they would recite languages I've never even heard of, and they would be able to heal them somehow. It's like they had never seen battle.
yeah.
I could really use.
So considering they're speaking a whole other language, we can mark off PTSD, unless it's a Goliath thing.
I just.
I think that's essentially.
I need to go home. I need.
and almost like a patient at an asylum, just start doing a bit of a rock on one of the crates.
I need to go home. I need to go home.
Okay. I'll talk to Desmond as I go to Desmond.
Desmond is
Obviously preparing to like.
yes, but as you enter, he smiles at you and just walks past you. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't give you the chance to speak to him.
I follow him.
He is sort of beadlining for Zanner and hands him a small. It's like a disc, a basic form communication disc for loading messages on, for other people to just hand deliver, and gives it to Zanner. And hail came in. It's just for your ears, so when you have time.
Okay.
Yeah. And he just like pats you on the shoulder and walks away.
Because I probably just sat in the cargo bay, like close, and just kind of just sat there.
I need to talk to you.
Yes.
How long are we gonna be on how long are we gonna be here? -2 charisma.
Depends on how long it takes to do the modifications that we want to do to the ship.
Okay, while we're doing the modifications, do you know of someone on this planet who Clyde could see for any mental troubles or even mental healing?
I don't know him personally. This will be my third time coming to this planet, so I just know traders and various soldiers to help with the getting through ports.
What
So-
would you be? No, you would be needed for modifications due to you're the owner.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry.
I'm gonna send, with your permission, I'd like to send one of the days we're doing modifications. I would like to have Danica and Clyde go into one of the cities and find someone.
Okay. Well, it's a possibility. It'll probably take a couple days. You know, you guys are going to have a little bit of downtime, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Okay. By the way, from the time of us moving from there to the planet, did I get that terminal set up?
Most of it. I am going to need a couple tinkering checks, but we'll do that after.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he just smiles. You don't have to roll for it at all. It is a fake smile, and he looks a little perturbed, and just walks away.
I sort of follow up behind him, talking in French. What's wrong?
He stops and just looks around for the closest room and pulls you in, and it's one of the bathrooms, like not a washroom.
Ooh.
It's just like a toilet, and he's just standing there, shuts the door, and he's like, "The planet we're going to, we are not liked. Humans are not liked where we're going. Like, we're not going to be killed by any means,
Yes.
but we're not welcome. Okay? I'm worried for you, I'm worried for and we're bringing 2 human ships, and everyone is being skinned. And I don't know how that's going to go over with the locals. I don't know what we're going to run into. And this will be the first time I've had to land our ship, towing another ship, onto a planet that's very hard to navigate. I'm a little stressed out.
If
Trying to keep a smile on for everyone else. You know?
I could do me and you a favor. I think. Quick question. If I were to cast Disguise Self twice on 2 different people, would both of them maintain? No, just one at a time?
Yeah.
If you get me a thick enough helmet, I can just talk in Elvish or Nolish or one of my other languages and not speak common, and I can have you disguised as an elf or something else.
I'm not worried about myself as much as I'm worried about you. I have connections on the planet.
Then I just need a
low for a bit.
cool. Give me a blacked out helmet.
I speak to Viri.
Give me time until we land.
Yep.
I'll get something. Yeah. I'm just nervous about what's about to go down.
And I assume this is all in French.
Yes, in a bathroom.
Yeah.
And then he presses the
Ooh la la.
button, opens it up, and walks out.
Zachary.
Oh. Beat me to it. Xander's just standing there.
Okay. Zanner.
Clyde.
That's what I meant.
As I walk
Zanner
out,
witnessed it and backed away very slowly.
I
Until
just
it
need
was,
to pee.
you know, far enough, and then he ran.
I walk towards Clyde and Danica. I'm obviously speaking English now.
Oh wow. Start speaking French.
What, little man?
Would
Woman's broken.
while we're doing the modifications to the ship, would you mind taking him in the city to find someone to help him? Obviously, you two will need to help each other. She is new to society. You're familiar with society. Not this one, but
As long as they speak the same language. I
Of
can-
course, I love exploring.
also it turns out we will be here for a few days, just for the modifications. So while you're out there, listen out for jobs, because me and Zanner, maybe I can do this without Zanner, so he has actual downtime. But
Yeah, maybe we will find a job that will take us to your home.
do you know the name of your home?
Faerun, Sword Coast. That's all I can give you.
See if we can get a couple star maps too.
Star maps.
Yeah, they're just maps for space. We can upload them to the ship, and we just have that information. They are quite pricey. I don't know how much they would be here, but it just asks for Faerun or Sword Coast.
I left in such a trying time for my people. I don't know if what this dream is, whether or not it's to do with now,
Clyde,
or what's going on in their own at my planet.
Clyde, go pet Slappy.
How's that gonna help?
It has been mentally proven that, at least with humans, but I'm sure Goliath brains can be similar, that upon petting an animal, both the animal and the petter, in this case, have reduced levels of stress.
Whenever I trim Bonbon, makes me happy.
Well, I just kind of Slappy.
See if he comes.
No, I mean, you gotta mimic a seagull sound.
Ha!
Mine!
I've been avoiding that. He does sort of slap into the room, but he doesn't come to you directly. He just like gets to the doorway and looks around.
I kind of like see if I can catch his like glancing.
Like, but you actually say he just like
Come
slaps
here.
into the room. He's like, oh.
Roll animal handling, please.
Imagine this next Slappy goes down.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That's a 9.
Like cartoon straight up like. Bump, 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 bump.
He very reluctantly slaps his way over to you.
I just like place my hand outside, kind of like.
He doesn't go up and he just like stands there.
I just kind of.
That's what I wanted.
He poops on your hand.
And I just bring him in like close again, and I just start gently patting like his neck.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Be in there.
Yeah.
Do I feel any better?
It doesn't have to be a noticeable change, just like a feeling.
It does have a mild comfort, and there's that brief moment where you just remember like brushing your sister's hair and like feeling home for a moment.
Couple tears just kind of stream down my face.
I really need to go home.
You're leaking water again.
It's called crying. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's because I'm hurt. This time it's because I'm really hurt.
I can heal you.
That the sentiment is sweet, but no amount of healing can do anything to mend this.
But with that, we will call the game here
Right before we get on the planet.
because it's pretty much 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This was definitely a shorter one, but
Not really.
No,
well, with a half-hour break and.
we had one last time.
Yeah, we had a half-hour break last time too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was only 15.
We're cutting it short about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I stuck the sticker on too soon.
Rewards. No reward for you.
No reward this session.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna add this little point. That's fucking spooky. Do I take a permanent sanity drop from that, or no? Because I did have a mental freak out.
You will, but we will discuss that when we end the stream.
Wait,
Okay.
does that mean that you can go like absolutely bonkers?
Yes.
What
Is
do
there
you
any way to make your sanity go up?
Yes.
think? ASIs. And also just doing stuff to take care of your mental health.
Can I start doing
At
yoga?
a battle.
Namaste!
We will
Yes,
end
but
the
it will
stream
lower your
here.
honor.
Side point limits or side point limits, right?
Yeah. So just hold on.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I hope everybody enjoyed today's installment of our podcast / stream / whatever we want to call it.
Name pending.
Name pending. We're kind of just calling it the campaign to the stars at the moment.
Which I like.
I'm calling it name pending.
Name pending.
Join us for name pending.
Name pending.
Untitled image.
Untitled images.
No name.
I hope you guys enjoyed today. That was a very trying episode. But I will see you all, everybody, in Monday's stream for
And
either a randomizer, just as a randomizer, or week 11 async racing
then
practice.
I have a small announcement. On Sundays, I will be posting last week's episode on YouTube. I will be posting that in both Clifford's Discord and my Discord, and just the link to the YouTube and all that. And every video will include a link to Cliff's Twitch channel along with our usual streaming times.
You should drop the name of your
Discord?
Discord in mine. That way, if people ask.
Yep.
Yeah. So, thank
And
you
I'll
all.
Vice versa with
Yeah.
yours.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Whoops. Yeah.
Thank you for checking
Only
in again.
give me the shout out, okay? But thank you guys so much for coming in, tuning in, watching, kind of. The camera idea, it's pending. We're doing the test run,
Working on it.
We're working on it.
backgrounds.
but Korben has gracefully given us the artwork. As you can see, it's different from last week. Those are actually
Character designs.
our actual character designs.
Those were placeholders.
Yeah, the last week was placeholders of giving you an idea of what our characters would look like. This is actually what they look like. So,
And they're a lot dramatically different.
yeah,
for
big time.
Us on the right side of the table.
Oh yeah. Considering Zanner did not look as sophisticated as he is. But anyways, I will see you all on Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see if we got somebody I can raid to keep
Sarah.
this going. Is she on?
Yeah, I think she's streaming Halo 5.
If she was, she's not anymore.
Aw, damn.
But we are going to.
Raid Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah. We are going to raid my dear friend Beardy Retro. He's also the guy that owns Destination Retro.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Oh.
streams.
that's actually really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to apply there.
He's a pretty cool guy. He says he's just in his stream. It's just chatting, but I gotta find the tab here. Here it is. Found it. Come on, computer. Work. Load. Load.
Cliff, your Clyde's coming out.
I know.
I think this was just an excuse for. Also, I'd like to know, Cliff, when you were introducing yourself as Clyde, you said, "Hey, I'm Clifford, and I'm
I know,
playing Clyde."
It's Kirby. I also play Clyde. I gotta get some separation somehow.
Yeah.
Anyways, so let's give Beardy Retro the big Kirby hypes, the big Kirby raids that we always give our raidees.
Dr. Clifford or Mr. Clyde.
I like that. Again, we will be live again for D&D next Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Time.
We will see you there.
We will see you then.
Kirby's Radio World.
Okay, guys. Bye.